Famble them, una good evening. We apologize for the technical glitch and see una no for say then system ya so can do it in the one for do so tend the aided and can they shake just like we self aided and can they shake so tend so the system in aid shake small but we don't come back. I hope say this house on a fan on a self na the world. I hope so una they do well. I hope say una don't begin to enjoy the summer season small and tuna knowing we cold and long. Especially inside me at the day inside winter for 6-7 months, sometimes 8 months, but minimum 6 months. So when we see sun, you know, we can glad if we can spread with food and small and those. So I know say with the COVID, it's difficult to, but I hope say una don't book una appointments, then forget una vaccines and whatnot. I'll get my vaccines very soon and I'll sure to post it while I take my vaccines for encourage people that way afraid or we get some apprehensions and whatnot, you know, that it's always a good thing to protect yourself, okay? But listen, we don't come back today. Pademba Road prison break, a conversation with victims and eyewitnesses. Today, I also with Mr. BAKARR DARAMY. We are hoping that, you know, Comrade Quetta will join we at some point. If he's able to, that will be great. If not, we there so with the man we call himself, you know, the chief. He's saying I've been the chief brigadier. I've been this nothing out of his staff sergeant. He's saying I've been the general. As a matter of fact, he's saying I mean they welcome them more than the kind side. If we have been there at the last conversation, which take place nearly 1 month ago, if not exactly about a month ago, and then I promise you, I say we will come back with a part 2. You know, we get to know the people, the person. We get to know who that them be. We get to know what makes them tick. We get to understand about, you know, them background and contribution to society, waiting they don't do, and what have you. From the person, we get to also know how the ordeal begin. Say that motorcar or that lorry drive them, go inside Pademba Road. And when they reach Pademba Road, then tell we when they reach now the new house, waiting them feel, waiting the emotions then where them go through. Now we don't see them inside the house. Now they we've been left from. Now they can't talk about waiting happen inside the house. Right up until that day where we all now don't know as 29th April 2020, Pademba Road. Waiting happen. Waiting not happen. You will hear it from the horse's mouth. You will hear it from someone who was both a victim and both an eyewitness. And we go get for ask some questions then because we've been see some reports, we've been hearing some audio them. Some then audio then they will get for play them. Some of the reports then they will get for read them. But remember, say I've been say make the lorry tap where we reach inside the house. Well, we they can begin now the drive. We they begin the patrol again. Say we reach now that fateful day, and the people we are talking to now who are now free because after that day the struggle not be end day. It took a while before them people are so where would they talk so today, or the person who they talk so today being regained in freedoms, liberties as a human being and come back to living a dignified life as willed by human rights. Mr. Daramy, tell Famble they are do.
Thank you very much, Matilda. Famble, good afternoon, good evening, and it depends to Saide. For me on Patia, and people in Africa will say good evening.
Indeed. So, Mr. Daramy, we've been there for one patrol. We don't come out inside Lockout. We don't drive till we don't reach Pademba Road. We reach inside Pademba Road. I want make you take Fambul them back small. So, but small no more from Lockout to Pademba Road. You reach inside Pademba Road. Again, first sight, first day, waiting happen.
Yes, really, we own a takeoff point of the airport, normally not to Lockout, because they don't get a judicial system wherein and get the lower court and then get the high court. The high court na Lockout. The lower courts na the magistrate courts. And that day we take off from the Pademba Road Magistrate Court. Pademba Road Magistrate Court, and present refile to the magistrates. They come up and just say, I don't get time for look this file and go through case adjourn to next week. Just like that. We didn't say case adjourn to next week. I was like waiting to go on. Right there, the police and the prison officer then come. Meet we again, we go at the different cell outside and they go prepare you and process you for carry go inside Pademba Road. We people in come, they cried and they tell them say nah, no worry, waiting God mark, now they happen. Waiting God wants, now they happen. And now alone I believe say, I go come back, I will be fine. I not be know which I go face, I not be know which I go meet, going to a place completely strange and all. For me, as the kind of person, I get faith. I get faith, I get confidence, and I get believe in myself, and I believe, say, anywhere I go, I will survive, no matter what. As long as other people long go there and survive, I will survive. Even if a place where other people in the go, they need to survive, I will survive. So, put me inside the truck, the Black Maria, and we take the state ride to Pademba Road prisons. We reach there, it's everybody, whether they are common criminals, whether they are this, whether they are that, we all come down the truck at the gate of Pademba Road, because Pademba Road, Mutukane go inside, they put them all outside at the gate. We walk go inside at the first gate. As you enter that gate, yonder a gate lodge, that's what they call it. And then they screen you. If you go with bag or plastic and check you things them. If you go with belt or whatnot, now they
so they not get a cleaning room, nothing, like just right there and then.
Until and they say exactly how they be unedited. That get you the pastor.
No, because I want to make the viewers then know, make them understand.
I know, I understand. That get you the pastor Pademba Road you see. I see you enter inside that gate right there, and they chin up. And then they screen you, check you, this, that, every damn shit. And then they then call on a name and everything, then check on her from there. When I go past outside and they go check on her back 1-1. From outside they check you 1-1, you enter inside Pademba Road, inside the yard. While time they go, I'm not being stressed or whatnot. I mean, just a little bit worried for the person where I've been there with that lady, when I've been former mayor, Herbert George Williams.
Okay, so now you and Herbert George Williams, they make the ride together.
Yes, I mean Herbert George Williams go inside Pademba Road at the same time.
Okay.
You know, when I'm in the go inside, I sit down, they think, I say, something we me not do. Everybody knows say I not do. I need to face me kind of Pademba Road for. Just because of political indifference and all, I not be ever feel say such thing will come up to this point, or people then go be that evil for think and push things into this point and all. And within my own conscience, I begin to search myself. Would I be don't do something intentionally or unintentionally or whatnot? Search my mind, search my conscience, Then I begin to think about the sacrifices we I don't make for Salone. The job there where I don't do, things the way I do, get accident 2 times, as I will explain to you, while working for the government. 2 na motorcar accident. 1 was in 2013 in August, the motorcar somersault 5 times. The other one was in 2016 Alcoil, and bang the motorcar go over the ditch. I get knee problem and all. Government no give me Panadol safe. I get for government me safe from both accident and all. And the one Okroil, after the accident, I go hospital 2 days. Then I get for common hospital because I'm get a job for on the 3rd day. I go na office back na U building at the limp and everything. And after U building, I get for go back na hospital. I remember all the all sacrificing me. I say so.
When you say government not give you Panadol safe, I am made to understand that Choitram na the choice hospital of government, and government then get contract with government for treat all ministers them. No, because I need for pull lengthy as soon as and talk about them, so that if that is the case, then we say it. If that is not the case, we also know. And I know that this is a different government, maybe under your regime or the past regime, it was different. That, you know. Mm-hmm.
Choitram is a private hospital. The government hospital is the government hospital, na Connaught Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
This Connaught Hospital, the next government hospital you can go to na 34. Choitram is purely private hospital.
So the government, the Choitram not get any contract MOU with the government for say when the minister then sick or then get waiting and call, then they can then go Choitram instead of 34, Connaught?
The previous government not get someone. I don't know if this government don't get someone. But me not go support from any government gets that kind of thing there, because if the ordinary person they sick, he go Connaught, you say na Connaught for go. Why should you be different? So then they go make people and be determined and work hard and improve the government and the Connaught Hospital. And one thing I will tell you, I don't know the standard of Connaught now, but between you and I, the best hospital in this country, Salone, from your recommendation, is Connaught. And after Connaught, it is 34. I have my reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
You go see they not too clean or it gets in challenges, but at any given time you go to Connaught, like at 2 o'clock morning, you get doctors and wait they on the floor. You want oxygen, you get it from Connaught. You want blood, you get it from Connaught, and they the blood bank. Most of the hospitals then they therefore can fetch them from Connaught. Only that certain things the way you get for bend the back and all, but I'll tell you. The doctors and nurses.
I wonder when that was the case, because 2 days ago, Dr. Christine Cole, as a matter of fact, then tagged me directly in tweet where he said she had to penibly watch when her child died slowly. As a child, the baby died slowly because of lack of oxygen. Okay,
I can come back small to Connaught. I'll tell you, say the doctors in Connaught.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors in 34. Between me and you, they know they work for money. And the salary they pay them small money, then they make a lot of sacrifice. People who they watch me, just take up on yourself anything, 2 o'clock morning, 3 o'clock morning. Any given day, I like na Sunday, just go to Connaught Hospital. You'll meet doctors there. They are there for serve the people. Though sometimes, I mean, the things can be challenging, equipment no go there, this no go there, that no go there, but the doctor then of them self and whatever it is, then they did it. The challenge is the way people can face now, you go there, you want this, you want that, you know, if you get the money, you provide them for yourself and provide, and definitely the doctor then the nurse can do it for make sure that they help you. That I will confirm, and that now something we our older doctors and nurses and it to very high esteem.
Yeah, no. I don't want to deviate from the conversation. It's just that when you talk about, you know, having the best care so far and, you know, this and that, I just remember where Dr. Catherine Jackson Cole, tweeted a couple of days ago, as a matter of fact, to be precise, it was May 25th, where he said, I had to slowly watch a child on Sunday night die. I had to slowly watch a child die on Sunday night because we didn't have a ventilator to plug the poor soul on. I was unsure how to react to the death. Eventually, the system takes its toll on you. But alas, when you speak, you are listed dangerous, political, or basically told to shut up. What bothers me is that the system, the same people who have their loved ones die, are the same ones who join the bashing and speaking against you. Wonder what to do. So this doctor, of course, where everybody don't become familiar with, that was the doctor that was shoved around by the Deputy Minister of Health, making that tweet on the 24th, and I mean, sometimes people forget that these doctors are human beings. Blood, they run through them just like everybody else. They have a heart. Yes, they've been called to a task. They've been called to a duty for which they've taken an oath. But when they get the facilities and the equipment them for do that job where they don't take a oath to several times without fail, it crushes them. And it brings them to their knees. So that was one instance when she was brought to her knees.
Yes,
anyway,
Matilda.
go ahead.
Yes, we all two then at the same page. One thing I say about the doctors, they're always there. They're ready for you the attention and care. The equipment or the facilities or the things, they're no good day. If somebody will get money or you get anything, you can buy them and make them available. They would definitely administer, but they are there for make them do them best at all times. On the 22nd of April, the day before my birthday, I lost a friend, Nabo. He gets attacked. Then take care and go to the hospital, Nabo. Lights not there for me, then get oxygen. He died. Matilda. I get somebody when an uncle, Almami Petito, former flag bearer APC, former works minister, ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
The wife died. I mean, then a ventilator, just because lights not there, light go off. We understand all them things it happened. It lost his wife just like that. The thing they say, the doctors and the nurses, they are there. I like the equipment, not the thing they know they then did. Whatever it is they can do, then go do them for make sure say they help us. And the facilities and the equipment and all that. Just that they say.
Okay.
Every time they are there, for say you go to the hospital or not, meet them doctors and they around, they do the rounds and trust me, they are there and all. So the day we go Pademba Road, I look at I don't talk about the accident and all. I look at Herbert George Williams, former mayor of Freetown. All the sacrifices we don't make for this country and everything and all, first gentleman of the city and all. I see them taking and pulling belts and trusses and this, that, and all, just like that. And they push the man, they walk and they go inside Pademba Road. I forget first, but my own situation, I feel for him. So always I'm in here for doing talk to him, they give words of courage and all that things. I don't say not do nothing. I don't say we not do nothing. I don't say nothing what they will do. The only crime we'll commit now because we're in APC. I'm not saying the only crime that they will commit, but I don't feel certain any crime where anybody go commit because politics, people then get their own different ideas, their own different shades of opinion and all other things. So I believe, say, at the end of the day, we all forget one goal, and the goal we get now for push Salone, for make Salone better, and not for go to go run after you, they go kill you, they go destroy or damage you. Maybe you get some ideas and we go able to contribute or things that you go able to do for let we all put them together and push. We might not be in the same political party. We might not get the same ideology, but we all want to reach at the same goal, which is we want to get Salone up there to the position side Salone will be for all Sierra Leoneans, and we all go be happy and be comfortable and we'll get a very good control go left for picking and we can picking them, period. That's the basic thing. If anybody gets other intention, maybe feels in our politics, if you can better, if you can make you money and this, that, I think say you're in the wrong business. I think say if not that you come with that kind of intention for definitely the prayers them and other things and way people and they pray and other things they will definitely hit you someday. We don't see them. We don't see them. So when we enter inside Pademba Road, I don't know anything I expect, trust me. I go to the reception, here for waiting at the reception area. Because say what you may say, we have good people everywhere. Somebody mean the way for can collect we day, for people go carry go put we outside, you feel that we go be protected. Mind you, we're political.
So were you put in jumpsuits? Were you put in special prison clothes, or like what was it like?
Go inside Pademba Road, me close to wear, and I no more wear. No jumpsuits, nothing. Prison no get money for buying anything in there. A lot of things and they will get for talk about. Not now. The day will come. I mean, close aware and all, and can pick you up from somebody, can pick your friend. Women the inside it. Women don't do it for some time. We don't do it for something like that. We don't do it for a little over 4 years.
Like you mean a worker?
Not a worker, a prisoner.
Eh?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Prisoner, I go take we. I mean, Paddy, me say no be no say they all that and day. You go take we, carry go na in your cell because my new place.
So you were not assigned a cell. It's an inmate that is now leading. Now the nine they take on and now go na in your cell.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And then when you go to a new place, you don't know the terrain, you don't know what's in the happen. So somebody get for lead you and guide you because anything can happen. Your food is being controlled, everything and all. You need all them protection in there. So that day, and can we go a Clarkson House A17. A117 Clarkson House. We go inside Clarkson House and they sell them on the right.
Describe Clarkson House to the audience. Make them get a visual. Just
I'll go explain. The buildings they all look the same, whether it's Clarkson, whether it's but you okay. First of all, Pademba Road, you get 4 houses, 4 buildings. The first one we just entered, so the right is Blyden. The left is Wilberforce. You go up to the right again is Clarkson, to the left is Howard. And when you enter inside, you get condemned, you get the condemned building inside the condemned prison at the day. But just to the entrance, you get the building inside, you get the remand prisoners them and the remand inmates them, and you get the old female inside the woman them in the day before. But they're not there borrowed again, and don't move them go special court. So we go. The person can't take we, carry go na the own cell. We go there, we sit down, me and Mayo, they look yourself, and they talk to them. I say, me man, who they inside Pademba Road. They will just accept to side with day, and let we move forward. You know, you see all kind of people and this, that, you see some people, you see their faces and this, that, you know, say, you did that.
So as a political prisoner, they're not assigned on a special cell? Or a special block?
They left inside the main Pademba Road by God in grace. Just left with.
So you were there with hard convicts. Everybody mumbled to do.
Pademba Road with who that and seen a hard convicts who are killers, who are serial killers, and everybody were just mixed up and bungled up with them. That's where I was. No special treatment, no special preference, nothing new. For say then go give me new mattress or then go give me new pillow, nothing like that not happen. The mattress will go meet in the cell, the mattress and this stick. Then this stick, because I know say then this flat. Small one them of the size of the hospital bed, you know, and they will meet in the cell, the flat one them. And then one in the women they sleep and all go there, sit down. I tell about me worry about her because my post will get pressure and all of that things. And for me, I don't give a hoot. I don't see anything happen to me around the God wants, and I know that I'll always bounce from whatever situation that I'm in. And at the end of the day, God gets a purpose for me. So me not the stress over anything really. Go inside Pademba Road, we did it that first day. I still could remember. We go, we meet there, we post in there, they prepare food. Give me food for each Saturday after I don't prepare food. I still remember a crane, we don't cook a small coal pot and this that.
So this person must have basically created a home for him or herself in there. Where it gets coal pot and all.
MATILDA.
No, but because just look at this. Naya, so as far as I'm concerned, what do you mean about the correctional system? Where you don't go, then don't check you don't go through past whatever. Then they assign you a block. You then a block, then they assign you a cell. Now the warden nine they accompany you now you cell. And then put you now you cell, and you know if now If now whatever you did, then they lock you inside there. If not, depending on the crime and depending on whatever, right? But here's a scenario where the moment when they don't process una done, this person when himself back na a prisoner, now he now can escort una. Do you see the difference here that I'm looking at? Now he can escort una now. Can una go na your own cell? Then inside your own cell, you get your own cold pot, you get your own crane where we It's, I mean, I am laughing, but it's something I like almost out of the movie here.
You know, some things in the way, honestly, I will not go into them.
Mm-hmm.
The one and they then call them the nitty-gritties of Pademba Road.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things are just better left unsaid until a time will come.
I hope so when that time they can, you go remember me na VOS and can't talk.
Oh my God. I'll write a book. I'll put everything there. I'll leave nothing. Trust me. And a lot of things in there you go get for understand. You know, trust me, Matilda, Pademba Road, whatever it is you imagine about Pademba Road, whatever you imagine how Pademba Road time, I don't care how you imagine, you can never get the picture right except you go in there. Now, I want let people understand one thing. Some people they say, oh, they don't lock me Pademba. If you go Pademba Road no more for 1 month, you don't understand Pademba Road. You don't know it's in the go on this. And some people in the way they can just go lock na Pademba Road for 1 week, 2 weeks. They know they ever go up them block and they were called. They never see Clarks in block. They never see Blyden. Now remind them the left as you come inside to the right. People they will just say, can we cut just the same? Maybe then get okay, go back and cut the next 2, 3 days or 4 days. Now that building they no more than they did. They know they ever go up block, they never sabi it. So for some people who can talk, say, oh, me say don't go Pademba Road and this that I can just smile. They never go Pademba Road. I get lodged and tap. They don't ever go see them block what they say. They never go see condemn. You know when they tell you say this block here and I didn't condemn prisoner they did the one they don't kill and tell you say
yes.
This kill so you're scared. You're scared for good. But guess what? When we don't do Pademba Road, I don't season and all like condemn in the afternoon. Now they are the go lead on my watch TV because they quiet. Now they are the go rest and relax because they quiet. So I condemn prisoners all day.
Wow.
Because they were all my friends. I sit down and talk to them. So if any safe, definitely have to make yourself comfortable.
Right. So okay, so you now don't enter inside Pademba Road. This person obviously where you know it looked like for saying I have been the Capital General inside that block they don't welcome.
Okay, may I come into this part? You know, Pademba Road gets a system. What I mean system with the inmates them we get with government day. You get government day where they run.
Now by rank.
No, hold on. You get government and you get the president of the inmate where they call the SYP, the senior yard provost. And the president of all the inmates. They laugh. You get the SYP, like where we go, then therefore go tell the SYP say we don't come. You say okay. Then you do the necessary modus operandi for make sure say they no see you don't
this
come.
one so I just want to make people understand. Then people are where they call so they are offenders. Then self now jailman them. They're not a part of the prison service system. This
they tell me people and say that jailman them, not to prison officer they were not to the prison officer they hate na jailman. But you get Udana, the president of the jailman of with the jailman them, and he has control. We then call the SYP. Where is the all man tinap?
So it's like watching. I just want to make an equivalent. It's like watching Prison Break here, or watching you know Orange. What is it? Orange is the new black. If you not been they watch them series then they. So basically that the structure is describing now at Pademba.
I understand what you say. I lived in America for about 14 years or so. I understand the systems and although I never go jail. I understand the systems and there and all other things. But Pademba Road, you get it called the SYP, you get the prisoner of all the jailmen, the head of all the jailmen. Where is it tin up everybody they tin up? Where is it stop everybody they stop? He has 100% control and command. That I will tell you. But when we go inside, they introduce you and tell and say we don't come. I've been there posting the old on Sabina Street way back. So now I make this wall not ever put yourself or feel too important of yourself. You never know who's you go meet people then. You never know. I don't care what situation you find yourself. These are the advice everybody, whether it's America, it's USA, or it's in a government position or whatnot. You never know.
That's in life. Always
not try to do bad to anybody intentionally because of no good reason. Don't. You never know. When we go inside it, we go to the SYP, tell and say we don't come and all, and this I say okay, and this that we do the normal procedure we need for do and all other things. And down the, if I write book later, you will find them all in that book. Then we go now we sell where they are assigned to. We go join this person and sell.
Yeah, Clerks in House.
Clerks in House A117. When they say 117 at the cell and done, the one day we get small bathroom inside no more side for us and all. Small place. Might explain again to people when they talk about cells, sometimes possibly if you see in a 1 bedroom in a master bedroom. The total size of the cell will be about 9 foot long. The breadth of the cell will be 9 foot by 6 foot. That's the size of the cell. Inside that 9 foot and 6 foot they cut one small corner back inside the where they make no more outside go tina and wasri. Now clerks no more get that kind of privilege. So that small space there. Now there's some cell and they when are 5 people and they some and they now they 8 inside that small space. So now they don't when I get for Leon self so like line. Like we sell home in there now we trim in there. So now net everybody get for Lidon so by line we put some mattress you get for Lidon so. You know they turn left or right, so we turn left you get for jam the other person. So when you put glue, now so you for the same morning.
Wow.
So like when I don't use a comfortable bed there, so please let it don't happen to you guys. Let it not happen to anybody. I never wish for anybody for go through that. But when I go there in the morning, and in the lock you now you sell well Pademba Road by 4 o'clock. Once the people in come out cut, the prisoners they will go cut. Once they come out cuts and coming, they don't shape food, they don't serve water, and the buckets them for drink. Then they put all my inside. When they put all my,
and then back I be one expecting that the hours them we una allow. Like anyways, we will go inside the routine, but you talk that, yeah.
Yes, and the next morning when I wake, at this time is sell, and they look the ceiling, they think say yeah, a Pademba Road are they so. About self they do the same thing. Now so you know what? I get to find a way for make myself comfortable. I can't be thinking like this. I need books to read. I begin ask questions them. I ask us I say I'll let they work out me around last I be around because no matter what it is, you go inside a place you're scared because you deal with bad people, common criminals, people who are murderers. You just get to be scared, you know. But walk around, the posse walk out to the kitchen, go to the hospital, I go inside the other block, the Howard block, see how they look like, I go inside. You may say la extra them block them, they don't build a ship waiting up there like a long ship. It's just a building where a long building. I go say it gets cell, I say, waiting I go understand like room there. Left to right. You get this big corridor. Then the upstairs you get step where you go now the upstairs. You get room then at the 2 sides, they have left to right. You get this half
almost like a storage facility.
Like fine, thank you. You get this half corridor at the right, half corridor at the left, then the middle open. So if they don't, you see the open place up to the ceiling. That's just how it is. That's how they didn't build them. So I'm a walk around, I look around, go check inside the toilets, they check everywhere and all, and I look at the whole situation. I go back to myself, sit down there, they think and all. We get for begin arrange how they get food, how they get proper food, how will they get water. But through the grace of God, God provide for we. We are now God provide for you. When I write the book, all good it is something.
Okay, I know this when I write my book, you get forgive me small.
Now, not that you
one day we
God
provide for the book, but you get forgive me small and then we agreement. You left small there, you left small for the book.
God provide for we how we get with food. God provide how we get water because it's important because the water in the supply. And the water, the bowels that they can pump na do, pump kind side, and then they get na the buckets them. If you see the procedure, how then they take the water and they turn inside the buckets. And trust me, you know, go and wash that kind of water there, and you'll be scared.
So basically, what you were saying is that there was an outside source that brought you food and brought you water.
No outside source not bring me food. No outside source not bring me water. We get shop inside Pademba Road where we call talk shop, like small shop, full of man shop. With another lodge. And they sell water.
Store.
Yes, and they sell water there. And they sell juice there. Basic things they will sell butter there. They will sell sardine there and they sell lunch meat. Only that they know you the can for me bring and come up because they're scared see people go use them for hot themselves. So if you go buy sardine for lunch meat, then therefore go with rubber bowl and turn and day. You buy egg day. Then we get bakery inside Pademba Road there, then they bake bread every day. They get fresh bread. So from that, as long as we get small finance with we able for the buy whether na lunch meat to want or sardine or sausage or egg.
What about the cassava leaf and the potato leaf? When I've been able to eat all the one and the inside it.
Wait, the candy cassava leaf, a potato leaf. I potato leaf nobody they cook. No one they cook cassava leaf and a cassava leaf may exist. From when we go there,
for me, one is small, one been do prison, so I know one they go inside the prison, but you know, they around whatever. I've been see whether in jail man and them in the pick the cassava leaf.
And
let me tell me.
A potato leaf no more than they cook. But Thursdays and Sundays, then they cook soup.
Okay.
You sabi where you broke dirty clothes, you don't inside water, you pull up. How the water turn?
Yes.
No exaggeration, that's how the soup turn. If not lie, they lie. Let anybody or government people and I go check the Thursday and Sundays and see how that soup they turn. When they turn and arrest and put the soup on top rest, when you look the rest through, you know they know say soup pan and the color is just like the rice. No exaggeration. No, this is not somebody thing that one keep. I just give you this. No exaggeration.
So tomatoes no better, pepper no better inside your bag.
So one of the most valued item na Pademba Road na Maggi and pepper. And you get forget all time because then cook the food no get taste. You get for add Maggi, add pepper panam, or you get for reboil the soup. You no go understand that language. You pass you don't go jail. Waiting a reboil.
well, I not say the Agbagba where lead una go inside Clarkson been getting cold pot. So definitely if you get in cold pot, then therefore there is some rearrangement of the food. So you wanna put una food then together, they wanna rearrange them, they wanna make it a year.
God be they provide for you. When God know all is up, let them put you inside all suffering, not they meet you. God provide for me all the time while inside Pademba Road. God provide for me proper food. That I will tell you. God provide for me proper food and proper water. When I run the Pademba Road after a couple of days, we don't see say the case will go court, the magistrate go just adjourn, you know, they can head until we don't know say well. I make up my mind, say, you know what, sometime, yeah, so they are put me here. Maybe I'll not come out till 2023, definitely we'll get for win elections. So win elections, things will change. I make up my mind for that.
So then, in 2 days already, you don't resolute your mind because I remember Comrade Queta make that statement. They say after a while, he came to the resolution that okay, yeah, so are they so force for the next at least 4.5 years, 5 years. Then 2023 now go see light again and work as a free man. What brought you to that point?
When I go court the second time, I see the way the magistrates handle the whole thing. You know, see no level of seriousness and the whole thing. At one point, the magistrates left us to travel to go America. We go court every week. We come, we go court in order for
what
something.
What do you mean the magistrates were assigned to the case, travel go America without in case not be passed on to assigned to another magistrate for take care of in his absence?
You are right. You are right. We went to court for almost 2 months. As so they go, they put you in the truck and so they turn back for nothing. But these are things and we are no one for talk. Detailing too. I think so they keep. For nothing. So what's your all kind of thing then they are not say they were the one for keep here. So I make up my mind. So what I do, I look at waiting the activity they go on. In the morning, people and they come out and they go to the field. So maybe I begin to go join guys then at the field. In the morning, 7 o'clock, I then at the field every morning. I join the guys.
So that ended, and they open the Pademba, then they open the prison cells then for all of the inmates for Canada. Now that's ending at the hours for Canada or waiting?
Well, waiting to happen is in the morning, around 7 o'clock, the prison officers and they come inside, then they change shifts. Okay. When the other shifts come in, then they come and can't open, we sell them by 7 o'clock, 7:30. When they open the cell, you get the opportunity for day within your corridor, not to come outside na the compound. Okay. But they give you certain privilege, like we would go to the field for go exercise, go jog, go press up, then they make we go to the field. So 7 o'clock, they go to the field. And during that 10 day, you get forget the heart for pass for going to the field.
What do you mean by that?
Because people, when they sleep inside and cell toilets, not day. Now bucket people and get for the piece and the shit all nets. And we do clean, all man they come on.
What did you just say?
Now, when people in the inside and sell, because they go all lucky by then 4 o'clock, if not on a 3 day, on a 4, on a 5, on a 6.
Inside the prison, toilet facilities not there for prisoners for go ease themselves where they want ease themselves until the following morning when they liberate them.
I know they miss me words. I just go into some of the detail I want to skip, but it's like you some I'll give you. When they lock people in by 4 o'clock inside your cell, you don't have nothing, you get a black bucket. Now that bucket say everybody go to peace. Now that bucket say una all go to the toilet whenever una want toilet stay do clean. And inside that small cell, when a 9 foot by 6 foot, now inside there, that bucket say they sit down and they put on a one corner. So if somebody the toilet on a sit down, they look and so whatever smell on a sit down with her. Matilda.
What?
So now that one day, so now money we do clean, and get the big bowl them now do with a barrel, not the size of barrel, where they carry it inside the corridor them of the build inside the building. All man they take in bucket where they go down shit or down piece pan. You get for go turn inside and they then guys then they toot and they go turn on the septic tank na do. So if you get for pass through that process, then they turn and shit and piece and then in the morning you get for the smell that awful smell and they for work go na the field. That's what I dealt with for 11 months. Humiliating. You see, I tell you, I say certain things.
No, but wait. Here is what I come back to you guys and said. To say, and I'm glad we get this conversation because we go to go inside Pademba Road and we're going to go in. How did it get to this point?
I'm not a court.
You were part of government for.
You want to ask me say if I'm in the peace and shit in them bucket? That's what you want to know. Let me bring it out clear. Yes, that was our life. That's what they reduced us to.
But hold on, even that, yes, you self don't go inside that process there. And you self don't see. And you self don't see the humiliation, you know, of people them we don't go through that process and we still they go through that process. That did not start when you guys get there. That was in existence even before you guys get there. My own question is that how did it get to this point? Because you were in governance for 11 years. And I know for say, yes, you've not been there within that, correctional stream or law or justice stream, na other side that you've been there. But how did government not catch wind of this to correct? Because this na inhumane conditions. And this not even what you call substandard conditions. These are purely inhumane conditions. Whether you're criminal or not, whether guilty or not, no one should be, nobody not for be subjected to live in that condition. How?
Okay.
How did it happen? How did it gloss over the past government in Yai for that long, even up to the point where, okay, you guys are no longer in power and you are also made to go through and to be subjected to that?
Okay. One thing I will tell you about Pademba Road, if you go Pademba Road no more for 1 week or 2 weeks, they left you in a remand, you not sabi Pademba Road. I will repeat them again. You know nothing about Pademba Road. And when people and they say they go do visits in a Pademba Road, they not ever they go up the block there. Now the office then they go, then stop there.
So you are talking about government officials.
At the inside Pademba Road, where the judiciary go na Pademba Road, say them go inside and this from the office and couch them by the workshop. Now they then tap. Judge then go there. I saw judges and other people. I will not name names of them. As see them by the, they never go inside. They not see. They don't know what's in the happen at Pademba Road. They don't know. They not sabi. So sometimes between me and you, if you not ever go there, you don't know what's in the happen. Then they report and where the prison boss and the prison people, officers, and they go give to the Ministry of Internal Affairs or whatnot. I can't blame them for that. But I don't blame the ministry. Sorry, they don't know. But now waiting the one and they go tell you. Nine you they take any most of the things you don't know. And once you then they tell the officers the way they want to go the government officials them or the judiciary where they want to go there, then they tell them say, hey, when I no go up here now, them bad about them, they or them people there. You judge sometimes you don't sentence somebody to death. Sometimes you don't condemn somebody, sometimes you don't. You're scared for good. But I'll tell you that it is peaceful in there. If the SYP or the house master, the house captain of any block, come on a door and tell you, Judge, say, come inside my block. I don't care who that, like you don't sentence 50 people to death. If you work go inside that block, you work come back, nobody will touch you. They have that kind of control. That I will tell you. But you will never understand that except you don't go inside Pademba Road. You did it for some time. You go understand exactly how they operate.
So there are structures and discipline maintained even within the correctional system.
There are structures and discipline in there. And I will tell you, say, now we then play with that structure and cause waiting happen on the 29th.
We go to the 29th. I want to make you tell people that now the daily function.
So in the morning, you have to deal with that. Going to the field. In the morning, I'll go to the field by 7:15. I'll go there, do push-ups with other guys, made friends, meet a lot of people, and they good people, people that will go there out of mistake, people that will go there because of advantage, people that go there. I met friends in intelligent people. In the morning, we go there, they press up for 2 hours, exercise for 2 hours. Immediately after that, by 9 o'clock, we then at the field. So me about Williams, one thing we do from Ogode, one concern who meets the prison and get time before they get ball. For letting they get ball for the playing at the field. Because one, the field is rough, then two, the ball and the pool. If you put one ball in that field, the maximum 2 weeks, they don't done. You need to forget other one. So we they call from out and they face football and come and they bring ball regularly. So I can go to the field now. I go jog like about team. They walk around the field. I'm on your jog. Then they play football. We'll play football till then 12:30. Then we can go. I go eat breakfast. After that, I will cancel out on the field. I look at the hills that now Wilberforce. They see Wilberforce Barracks up to Africell. That's all I have to see. Nothing else. So I go to the library. Library did the way an organization called Don Bosco, where they manage, and I'll tell you that the library was. We cannot feel till the library is functioning anymore. The library was equipped with books, so I can go sit on they read the books and all. But actually, not for the book no more. I mean, they go sit on there for the read. Inside the books, and they get air condition. So the afternoon, no place where they go sit on there, they read the books. The air condition blow me. I have to find a way to get comfortable. So can they read books and all, and I go play draft, read books. Thirsty, don't talk shop. The shop I say, you can sell cold drink, whether it's cold water, you want cold drink, and Sierra juice, things in plastic containers. So on and on with time, I get myself acquainted with people, with the hierarchical structure of the prison day, all the house captain them, the house master, the officers them, and this, that, and all the people them, the yard supervisor. Now, Gilman, they run Pademba Road. Control and company and do this, do that. The prison official then go and just sit down there, relax, because there is some order and understanding. It's very peaceful, that I will tell you. It's very peaceful, that I will tell you. When you go there, and then me find a way now where I get friends and don't condemn. Some of them condemn prisoner them. I have some friends there. But since they're not too crowded, I'm going to go sit down there for the look TV, for I listen news, or I listen AYV news and this, that. No, it's not there. I can go sit on the listen news, and I may get a friend there. I can go sit on the afternoon, lay down and sell, I condemn. Right next to the gallows, society they kill. There's just like 6 or 8 feet from the gallows. Yes. I can sit on there and all.
But there has been no killing, so therefore I mean, the visual is traumatizing, but yeah, I get what you mean. Yes,
but it's there, the gallows is there. So then get hospital day, the hospital in Pademba Road, and then get very good medical people, and the nurses were nice and all, and when I did it at one time, doctors and coming, Doctors Without Borders. Inside Pademba Road at any time. I mean, get some teeth, then women get whole. And all, and I see people in go pull them teeth. I say, hey, what kind of doctor then they were? But I go try them, but all my life, I don't put my teeth in a salon, I don't put my teeth in America, and all, but the best way I ever don't get now from them doctors, and they very painless, very fast, very professional. Yes, 10 minutes, the whole process done and all, and I thank them for that. But when I get there,
just a second, I see people in the comments say it looks like you are living in luxury, it looks like it's a resort and what's not. Just because somebody is a criminal or is said to be a criminal or has been alleged or have been accused of something doesn't mean that automatically you start treating them as if they are not human beings anymore. Now that makes them say,
I know say people
are innocent until proven guilty. Now that makes the law they get for but even when you then are a prison system, no mean for say you for be treated, you for be dehumanized. There are certain conditions within which you have to be treated, even within the prison system.
Okay, may I make clear people and get a little. They open you at 7:30 in the morning. By 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, they don't put you inside on a cell and back. And don't lock on. If you're on a 3, then a cell. If you're on a 4, then don't lock on. They're not open now again till the next day, 7:30. Do you know how depressing that is? On weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock Sunday, they don't put you on a cell. So whatever food we get, the way you eat, now you do it till the next day. Matilda, see people go na Pademba Road. They're able to keep up, they're able to cope up within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. I see people they craze before we die. Because get that faith and courage where some of we get. Are there certain things here so at the lab, but there are a lot of untold things inside me. Just as I said, there will be a time where I will bring them come out. It was not fun. If people in feel say, now I will tell them in there, I will pray, I will tell the owner self go go did it. It was not fun. I find a way for make I take all my worries them away, may I not get depressed. I see over 20 people in they can craze before me. Then they can't say Pademba Road, then find one, they're okay. depression, stress. They're not able to handle them, and the craze. People indeed, they're not able to handle them, and they kill themselves. I see people kill themselves, Matilda. An easy way they were able to kill themselves, I see all things happen. You see people.
So the system, the prison self not set up in such a way that if somebody want to commit suicide, it's hard for them to commit suicide, but rather it makes it easy for them to commit suicide.
You're not able to get weapon. Then keep weapon away. You're not able to get gun or nerve for things away sharp for commit suicide, but there are other things people can use. These are criminals. These are people. There are other things people can use. Trust me. Then thing and they happen. It was not fun. I get for fun way for occupy my mind daily. In the morning, I go press up, I play football, I read books, just to keep myself exhausted. So if they lock me up by 4 o'clock, I go continue for read books till by the tower tire, I sleep. By the tower the weeks, so now then 3, 4 in the morning, for late sleep back, easy. Then inside 9 by 6. Cell.
Well, by that time, all the manure, and when I mean manure, the collection of the piece and the sheet where people and they collect, we don't begin bang you. Serious one.
So if people and things saying have been fun or whatnot, okay, God day. You understand?
So I want to ask a question. Were people tortures? Were political prisoners tortures? Were you tortured in there?
Well, physically, I will tell you no. When I was in there, Matilda, within the first 1 month, I made friends, made relationship with people. Just how you see me, I'm just the same person. I was one of the most popular person. I was protected by prisoners.
Was it the same for the other political prisoners, like the Abbott, like the Quaiters, like the...
Well, Abbott...
I don't know how particular incidents bring and candy, but all of the others.
Well, Abbott Mindena is still with me, so everything was the same for Abbott. Quaiter, now later Quaiter come, and the first day Quaiter came inside Pademba, Quaiter will go find with as visitor. Quaiter come in, and the first day Quaiter go there for weekend no more go. They go on a Friday, by Tuesday or so, then pull them back. And we come, just like how that person and go receive me work inside. Now the same way myself go receive Quaiter, bring a inside. Yes, I bring a kind of clerks in. I make sure
so
that
company.
Yes, I run on through the systems them, so he was fine. Well, I mean, he was fine. At least the condition they're not fine there, but at least wait. I mean, it gets the same leverage or coverage we me get. I get to keep myself happy. I get to keep myself alive. I decide that me about where we play football at the field. We decide for the beginning make football league between the houses. We get 6 houses. You get Remand, you get Condemned, Clarkson, Blyden, Wilberforce, and Howard. We support them with football jerseys, and then get football jerseys. We bring football and inside just for keep we busy. We play block.
So people let me allow for work inside the prison as prisoners. Then they allow for fan work inside the prison and work and earn income or no?
Well, you get a technical workshop with it. We are in prison as the way want and can go there and go work there. Like you get one the way they make you get some prisoners the way they make when at the carpentry side and then they work together with the prison officers them. And they do beds and they do different things same way. Then go sell outside and all. They make money from that. You get other one the way now artists, then they draw properly. I guess some of the paintings and I'm used yourself. We paint very well. You get some the way now the shoemakers they do very well. I guess some of the slippers and the sandals the way then they make it perfectly. Then they do them very well. You get the one the way. Then they work with metal, where then they do welding, then they get people get job there outside, then take them come inside and work and pay them from their money. Then you get so prisoners and get them various things and the way then they do inside the another workshop.
But what about the academic side? Then get school system within the prison?
Well, from the place where they tell you the library, the Don Bosco, Don Bosco then can bring people and come, we can come teach people them. But within there, you get prisoner then they we lettered. We a teacher or some lecturers and the volunteer and Don Bosco they give them small stipend and other things. Then they run classes and they teach people them and this, that. People and they do computer software and all them things, and they all when they go on inside there before me left there on the 29th of April. So then facility Don Bosco, they do a lot for the prisoners and inside there. So all them things and they
So we tell Don Bosco thank you for all the work that they do inside the prison for help for rehabilitate with prisoners them and show them a better way outside of maybe the life show it and don't believe. Now Paulo Conte enters the prison. How did the atmosphere shift, or did it shift, or was there a change, or what was it?
Well, I can talk the way the jail man they talk say we they run with jail quietly, all in the peaceful. Paulo can ink out a la so.
Wow. Okay.
We get time, we go now field, go exercise, go do everything and all. When them bring Paulo come inside Pademba Road. Maybe they clerks in cell 17. When they bring Paulo inside and Karen go first, that next year them bring them inside. First of all, I tell you, Pademba Road prison gets a network.
Okay.
Any two one know they know. That's how they tell you. Things say when they happen outside, when are bad things, say you imagine how you imagine. Inside the next morning, the information they don't pass to the big one, they inside it. Then that's how I'll tell you. And that's a very strong connection and network. We trust me. Paulo come inside, we come inside and can't go na all female. Paulo did it after 2-3 days, and then go meet me about say for move now we sell for commodity. That
would have been Howard or Wilberforce?
Clarkson.
Okay, so instead of Clarkson, then can go.
No, we didn't count and force, no go Clarkson. Paulo went to all female.
All female, okay.
Yes, standing and remand the entrance of Pademba Road.
Okay.
Quitter. So we didn't count them, now they didn't care and go, and then Didi, after 3 days, maybe they Clarkson, and then go meet you say Clarkson for move. Now we sell what we did and see they want out Paulo the under, so they need them sell them there about 6 or 8 cells. So now they move in another cell, they move it to cell 15.
At the same Clarkson.
At the same Clarkson.
Okay.
I sleep in cell 15 one day, the next day before they count Paulo, they say me for move out of that building day. I'm not for Canada, I'm not for dinner that building day, then I'm not for Cam Day.
Okay, so you're not for then at the building and you're not for near.
I say, bro, me na jail man, a jail a day. I don't know how can make restriction now. Jail now get partition. So long and short of it, them pull me in that building there. I move gonna Wilberforce building. Okay. Well, I move gonna Wilberforce and count Paulo them. But Paulo they don't count them. Then put them solitary confinement.
What means saying a 1 hour daylight number 9 and they get.
The first two then go first with them, Paulo, then the first 1 week, then they inside, and the only the common I do, they can't eat and go inside back. So all the time then the common I do all put together for the one whole they know each 1 hour.
Oh wow.
Yes, they were constantly inside. They moved me go Wilberforce. A day Wilberforce. After that, then come one day, they see me for move na the cell where I be me and male. Me like one of the most moved prisoner. They move me go na a condemned cell, my Wilberforce. So I condemned prisoner then day. Go put cell there. It's hard. It's difficult.
Waiting when you realize it and they carry you go na the condemned cell, waiting. How did you program your psyche to be able to withstand that? Like, what went through your head? Like, whose space you put yourself for be able to withstand and not say, okay, I'm going into a place where they can break me, they can do anything to me at any time. This not even get for do with government, get for do with the prison system. These people are condemned criminals. They have nothing to live for, basically.
Well, I'm honestly, after me on the Pademba, after I done the 1 week, you don't fear those people or then condemn prisoner or I like them say this is not serial killer. You don't as I tell you, I get a relationship with everybody. We talk, then go don't tell you exactly, most of them will don't tell you exactly what happened. Now their own case. Which are the truth, then they talk to you. They're friends and trust you. So I don't make any problem with them, but they're scared that why then they can't move you. Now government they give order. Now order they give order for let them move. Waiting and go do it me where they go so right. I always have a way that I could protect myself when I think they want to talk. I put in at the condemned cell, did it for a while. Paulo day. From what Paulo go now in them begin restrict. First of all, every day, at least they may be able for they buy small thing and for away from Congo market, we go card, buy food where they go cook for they eat well and this, that, then say first and they stop for they go buy thing and for people in a Congo market for it. At the prison food they while they eat. And because of that prison food, they see people and they sick, it's not healthy, non-nutritious, they see people and they sick, swell and bodies and they die and they get romanticism because of the salt and the Maggi and all other things. They stop Randy. Going on, then stop back say, then they stop for let people know they go buy now the talk shop and the locker. Well, now we only saw standards how they buy food there. Then after that again, then come again, and say then they stop for letting no can visit people, then blind visits. Then stop visits. Nobody they can find nobody in a Pademba road. Even though on Tuesday.
So the moment Paulo entered, another maker say, how did the atmosphere shift?
Now they explain so say
yes.
the jailman way they say
Paulo
I come, they don't come well with jail, they don't go disturb with peaceful place.
The moment Paulo entered the building, no Congo market shopping anymore. No. Gravy at the shop.
And Paulo go friend me in a Pademba road, me about 2 times as a visitor.
Wow. Just like Twitter.
Yes. The third time now he go now as an inmate. So sad, eh?
Okay.
So then they all continue, then stop that talk shop. Outside people and they will buy food and buy things and for me they eat their things and go then stop visit. And the inmates say now where people and go fenway, where they go visit, and then go carry with fruits and go carry with clothes for you, then go carry with money for you, then stop that. When they stop that, then start waiting and they call blind visit. You person go carry left something for you and do at the gate today. Whether not money, clothes, they bring a car inside to you. That one they say was not bad because people in the get for get money and for survive and you go get your half team them and all. That one they say then stop that one day.
So now they stop Congo markets, then stop the shop, and then stop the blind visits. So every place is being closed, and you know it's becoming tighter and tighter and tighter.
Then stop the blind visit, then stop all that thing, and then after that, then stop back say passing off for all money. Nobody know for all money. If they see money in a yarn, take them. But I'm change the word. If they see money in a yarn, then they thief them because they take and they give.
Oh wow! And when they say they, you are talking about the prison officers.
Definitely yes.
Okay.
Then they thief you money.
Okay, so now Paulo don't reach inside. We don't see how the atmosphere don't begin change. How the atmosphere don't begin change. He gets about 30 minutes of, sun or light a day because
they get sun, they get light. Now inside the hall. Then they pull him from his cell, he can at the cell, do what he eat, he go inside back in cell. Nothing like sun or light.
Oh.
So that was it. So during the day, when are they gonna feel, when are they exercise, while they pass around, I go see them behind the eye because outside they pull them up to the wall about 5 feet to get some iron bars. I can see until they pass away to them from a distance. That's the only way me and them they communicate from a distance. I wave to them, me and Queta with Colonel Sinai use. That's it.
So at any time during that time, they then relax the rule for left Paulo and all the other people and for Canada for exercise or for get fresh air or anything like that.
The first day when me and Paulo sit down, we talk like how many they talk, so we're able for talk. Now after that, May 29, we then we all carry go na special court. We're not ever able to talk. pass from a distance or where they come out court, you see we can sit down by the mosque. Now we can sit down, keep company with other inmates them in the afternoon, like Dr. Phile, other people them. They will just pass the wave to we who tell her do it just they pass because you get officers then right now in throat, we cannot turn back and all.
So people, I'm going to open the phone line very soon, but it's been very important for me we go through this talk here, so detail by detail, and I know so on all they enjoy, you know, I mean, it's a bit, it's harsh sometimes, it's painful sometimes, but you know, on the waka, I don't work at the waka, on the waka with we, they travel with we through this journey. Now, take us to the eve of the 29th of April, which would be the 28th of April. Take us to the eve.
Okay, all them things really happen. They move me going to the condemned cell. After some time again, after a week or two, then come back one day, say me not for dinner that cell there, for move back. And for come on with our first building, not for dinner the building no sign me or day. Now I say why? I say me at the protection for me. Why would I for move me away from her? We get that confrontation, then I move gonna blinding block.
Okay.
Anytime the cell where they want me go and they go side and say let me go. Me go choose who side me one go. I send to another day at this block. I will choose where I want to go because I have every place now. So I go.
Was there a reason for you insisting to choose your block?
Well, not on my block, and they choose the block where I for go, but I able choose me cell where I want for day.
But you are okay. You able choose the cell where you want day. Okay. Was there a reason why?
I'm not going to talk about that. Just as I say, my protection is very important to me at any given time. They move me going to blinding block. But mind you, any time they move, I get me a person afraid mosquito bad. I get mosquito tent. I go a mosquito tent to I go to Pademba Road. Any time they move for the tent. Any time I go I end them because I'm afraid of mosquitoes and malaria. So I want to protect me. I go blinding. We did blinding block on the Sunday. The 29th was Wednesday. On the Sunday, in the evening, in Kamnawi cell, in Kanami cell, can search the tunnel.
Take we go back the 25. If it's the Sunday, the 25th of April, right up until the 29th. Is that it?
Yes. Well, the Sunday.
The Sunday will be the 25th of April.
Yes, the 25th of April. Because they don't block all anything and the tensions don't rise. At one time, the water safe no me for drinking at the jail. Packet water safe people no me get. I me safe say no get packet water. We go meet the one
who
in charge.
Cause that.
Because then stop say they're not for the sell a talk shop, they're not for go buy water and do for people and people they're not for get money. All these are the things that we build up, we lead to waiting lead up to. Okay. So we did the one day, we did not do the I not get water for going inside. We all say we not go inside, we sell them. I'm not going to go lock me for 14 hours and not get water for drink. And the water with them they can pump from outside the Guma truck. It not been there again. So now that water the water we drink. I say impossible. So we turn up now with condemned prisoners and then go take water for Kergo, up in our Clarkson to Paulo inside and all. So some inmates and they where the officers the only water they go, then jump and then jog the water then they and all.
That was the Sunday.
That was not the Sunday. That was the week leading to that Sunday.
Okay.
From there, now tell the OCRC, then tear away the don't do now this prison. It don't build up the anger on for family for managing. But sometimes people when they talk to them, if you say you're not jail man, you don't left all your intellects now do you go inside, you're not just a common criminal. That one they happened before me face. The Sunday nets, then go na me cell as a lock we so by them 4-5. Then go search we sell, turn me sell over, scatter them. Then there be a normal routine when they can do sometimes for harass me about for search we sell, turn everything over, also go get charcoal, they cook with the charcoal and go scatter them, which we close, they left the place all dirty. If now we money then they did and go tea farm and this, that, all and went through all those harassment a lot of time. But that Sunday they do that. To me, as in they do unto me sell, and they do unto Abat simultaneously. After that done, we go inside, we sell. We sleep. Me in a different block, Abat in a different building. The Monday, early morning, by then 6, before they open the prison, and then come and go meet me, they see me for Commonado. I say, why? I was scared facing at something harmful and go do to me. We got ready for protect you to do all the right thing. They say me for command, I don't know officer say not to you, I say na you about so they move you, they move on. I want for be reluctant. Now come on, I'm a block. I say I for go talk to Abat to say Abat today. I for make sure okay. Now go I talk to Abat. Abat was stressed. I tell the Abat in foot don't give away.
Wow.
Abat say outside the chemical. Abat see that I don't vex. I begin to make club and Abat say Darami say Wale calm down. He say left the let them do it. You do it. So now God say this will happen to we. Everything we will go through now, and God say we get for go through now. Abat talk to me because when Abat talk to me, trust me, now me big one and all. I know again.
One sing the one I've been they sing in the morning, or one I can they sing now. Who sing down there now? Still not begin sing.
Well, every evening around 7 o'clock inside the block, and they call prayer Muslim prayer. Then 8 o'clock again, and they call Muslim prayer. After that, praise and worship team, then they pray, then they praise and worship and do prayers and preaching every day in the evening. After 8 o'clock prayer, then they do it again in the morning. Some of the songs them one go like this. I want go, Papa. I want go, Papa. I want go, Papa. Enough is enough. Oh. Change my story. Oh. Together and they get different songs them. They, sometimes when I hear reading song, then they take my mind. They take my mind back. It make you think a lot of. It bring a lot of sorrowful and painful memory because you will think about people who on the people who lost their lives and people like Tanibola, may his soul rest in peace. Adebayo, them different people, we lost their life during that 29. So I'm back to that day. Now go to Abat. Now Abat say calm down. Abat no be able to work in this. So then go take wheelchair for Abat. Then go find wheelchair na Don Bosco. Take me back there, then can we go for separate we from this we friend home and get when I'm to do all thing for we inside they make sure it protect we. Now tell us, hey, no worry, I say we'll be fine. And then can we go now all female that now outside them in keep Paulo, first way Paulo come. The Monday, then go put we there for isolate we for move we away from the entire prison for go punish we. Listen, when then can we go there the Monday we did it with two normal me Abat and put one prison officer with we. That Monday net me Abat sleeping at the same cell because Abat not be able to do a lot of things for himself that 10 day. The Tuesday, then say we did it back, we wake in the morning, I still do me normal press up. Even though they not allow me again for going at the field, I dey press up, do me normal exercise as always. The Tuesday, in the evening, they say Abat for day na your own cell me, then they go put me in a different side for move me again. I say, well, this man is unable to do anything. If this man want for wet, he won't do anything. How can he do it? We did on that confrontation, they now tell the prison officer them women did one them big boss where I'll keep his identity because I'm a very nice person. I said, then Tia una do a bad job, then Tia go catch up with you now. I said, then Tia go catch up with you now. Una get for be careful. About to talk to me, said Darami law left. Now go sleep in a different place. About to go sleep in a different place. But by then, on that same day, by then 9:10, I heard noise from the building them, from the blocks them. I been noise they come out from Wilberforce building.
So now we still inside Tuesday, not also?
I'm still inside Tuesday.
Okay.
By 9 and net.
By Wednesday morning, I want make you tap them, make you wait, and they tell you when for continue.
Yes, okay. Tuesday net, I heard noise now Wilberforce. And the noise where I arena Wilberforce because codes and they are no say then they can search, they don't go harass people inside themselves for search. Because whenever you read, then they Allah, which. That means say the security people and they come in for can search. So anything we get value for money and for take them and keep them, make them no go can't farm. Then forget you guards them together, when they come inside from able to protect yourself. So once a day and they read the sound, I know they see, but once I read that sound, they are not say exactly now that it can happen. The noise continued, and they knock the domotium, the pan domotium, heavy sound, and this, that for distract, because they can do that for distract the officers. Them, I know exactly what will happen. So I go ahead. The noise go for a while, and all, and the noise stop after like an hour. I go ahead and sleep and cross up to the 29th of April, when I be Wednesday.
Okay. Make we hold on the 29th of April, when I be Wednesday. I ask the technical team make them play an audio. And make we hear the audio where we force hear, where we wake some of we been still there up, turning or tossing or woke up, and the first audio where hits we. Not to waiting happen, but now waiting been don't happen. When now we now trying to find out what went on. I go ask the technical team make a play that audio day, and then I go ask Mr. Daramy making take him from that side.
And listening to Fatmata Sawane, the SLPP women's leader, with it talk the time where they reach na Pademba Road before the incident happened.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. It depends on which part you find yourself in the world. My name is Madam Fatmata Sawane, the City National Women's Leader of SLPP. Would they make Salone for Una? A talk bangbana una mot them. Una the leaders na APC, because they begin hunt with one leader to another with the face with face to face. And I want to say yesterday na Pademba Road, I'm amazed. And I am happy and excited to say I'm a national women's leader of the SLPP, because everybody saw our response. Me reached Pademba Road 3 o'clock in the morning. The CDS arrived around 3 to 4 in the morning. Then before I begin to see other people in the car, the Lima reached there as early as 5:30 going to 6.
Family, una just.
The audio belonged past that day. But these were key remarks that she made that morning, where I believe, say, if we now go back na Salone issues, that was one of my query. You are a women's leader of a political movement. Waiting you they do na do 3 o'clock na morning, where you supposed for lay down they sleep. Waiting they do that hour day. And secondly, what did they do na Pademba Road Prison 3 o'clock in the morning? Who gave you the tip off to be at Pademba Road Prison 3 o'clock in the morning? Because it's your words. Waiting Lima been they do there 4 o'clock in the morning. Waiting the SL whatever I call. Waiting them in they do there 4 o'clock in the morning. That was a prison. By all indication, the prisoners should be sleeping. Because nada make I take na a reason why make I say tell we una routine, una daily routine. Because I want for come to this particular audio, and I want for make the eyewitness and victims themselves tell according to waiting them know, and according to waiting them witness, according to waiting them happen, because they are living, breathing souls to tell what they saw. Waiting happened on that fateful day, the 29th of April, 2020. Waiting happened. What was the Deputy Minister of Defense, Lawrence Lima, doing at the Pademba Road Prison at 4 a.m. in the morning? Better yet, what was the SLPP women's wing, or whatever they call them, leaders women's wing, been they do na the place an hour in advance, 3 o'clock in the morning? You can imagine, you are saying these are times when people are laid down and they sleep. These are the wee hours of the morning where you do that, you second turn for make you do sleep proper before you wake. Now then 10 then, now then hours then they are the call. And now we don't establish, say, the prison routine. Now 7 o'clock in the morning, 9, and they pull the prisoners them out. And by 4 o'clock, Santem, they don't lock them back. Say the next day, 7 o'clock in the morning. We also don't establish, say, during the weekend, where they're not open at 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes, most of the time, by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they don't lock them back till the next day. So this is not a situation where then they liberate prisoners, then they pull them out now, 5 o'clock in the morning. This is not a situation where 3 o'clock in the morning and they pull them out. This is a situation when at 7 o'clock in the morning and they pull them, by 4 p.m. afternoon, they don't go back, they lock them until the next day. You hear you waiting, Mrs. Sawane say, according to our own mouth, our own words. Walk us through the 29th.
Okay, that particular audio day, sorry, me fambulem. I don't go comment anything, but when the time comes, people then go evaluate and understand exactly what happened. That morning, they wake up. I think I open me around 7:15. Then bring hot water for me. I make tea for Mayo, for Herbert. Then at the outside, na the veranda, do me normal routine. I therefore do push-ups. I do at least 500 to 1,000 push-ups in the morning. I do the push-ups, I read the noise, and they allow which and all. And once that alarm they come on, you know, saying a search, then they search, then kind of thing, and they read the noise they come up from the block there. They read the noise, and they push up all of a sudden. I come on at the back to the field. I see the solar lights.
I cannot hold you. You will continue for explain. Viewers, the phone lines are open as of now. The phone lines are open as of this moment. Now call everybody, get 2 minutes for make them submission. Even as me and Mr. Daramy, they go through now from the 29 on.
I see at the back, all of a sudden, I see prisoners them. They walk and they come towards the field. Because fence they between us and the night in the field. Because I didn't care we go so, then go put you in isolation. Like compound inside the compound, inside the Pademba Road prison. You get your own fence, your own gate, and all. Then go put you in isolation. I see them by the field. I see some people there. Where I said, I say what happened. Pademba go attack with them, officer them, and say, I broke, come on, I do and this. And I say, hey, I say, wanna be careful. And say, this guy in the over the fence and all. All of a sudden, I can't snap at the front of the building. I see the officers them, so they only run go inside the compound for go do the search or whatnot. I see them, they run back, they come. Then the gate inside them for campus, and I get lodged. And all lock them. So the officer then they trap. But smart as they were, and claim on top of that gate, they one small pan me angry and claim go up to the office part, the reception. Anybody go Pademba Road, you go see. So the officers they will me do to be 2 officers them. Now all them I make them go inside the toilet to Mayo and toilet. Where that thing they happen now, where the bobo then come na the field. So other officers and then at the field where they nip and beat them, they nip and they so Allah told the bobo them because some of them did listen to. So they left them. Now I tell Lele they left them, and I tell Lele jump over to we to Usaimidi.
So these are the officers that were being assaulted.
Yes, prison officers. Then jump over to we. One other one me don't get. They don't chop an aid. They get some cuts 9-8. I see the officer they say about 3 weeks ago. We meet me. They tell me 10K again and this that. The other one they don't damage. I make them jump come. All the officers in total were 11. I tell you, but they don't do nothing to 11. So then come. When they come over to we, now can go up to Mayo in toilet. I go put the inside there and sit down there and lock the door on them. So the bobo them we them officially officers and they don't go there no. Say where this thing continue now the riot because not for prison break, it's just a riot. Say where the riot continue, it spill over the entire compound. The bobo them come over to we own side because them they feel say them we will pass now we own side because that we own side they lead to Pademba Road Pademba Road court. A gate they will lead there. But they will not block that gate. So when they come, the old stick, machete, and this, that. Because the key for that gate, the prison officer, they don't tell them, let them give me. Because you know, I let them see them, let them not damage them. So that's why them bobo then come now. And they don't jump inside, and the prison officer, so they be crying, Daramy, don't make let them kill we. Don't make say, hey, una sidoya, una not talk. Nobody.
So if I get you right, the keys way for open the gates for escape you being older key there.
The key of inside with the day, I been get the key, I hold the key. I sit down on my veranda, and I be always tell them, say, I let them broke this prison any time. I know they go no say if I come here, and I me also they go, government want me, I work, I come back. Me no do nothing. And Salone and me country, me run go no say. And that happened that they are all the key. When them bobo then they can them prison officer, then they beg, son they cry. So I not cry, when I sit down, nobody need do nothing. I go down, I open the doors, the guys and kind, they all left, they all this and that, but come on, man, I'm not afraid they are the these are common criminals, armed robbers, this, that, people who they don't condemn me. Just as I say, I don't live with them, I don't deal with them, I don't sabi them. They are friends, they are this, they are that. Now we they play ball, now we did this one. I'm not scared.
So what do you mean give the prison officers then the confidence for hand over the key to the gates to you?
Well, the prison officer, they don't hand over the key to me. The one prison officer tell and say, give me the key. He want for be reluctant. Now when you see the threats and everything, he just surrender the key. Because he
so
not
he has been afraid for in life and he been look for refuge.
Yeah, so the officer will be the guard the prisoner when I be me. Meet on the officer now with the guard as meet on the wow. I mean it was so I go keep them at that toilet about the 9, then I mean get them spirit, alcohol, where I mean the use working barber. So I apply upon the one day we wound and all, I put them inside I tell them say nothing they do now. Then but then kind start, hey Daramy, where the officer the way kind start, I say no officer no can I say not to the on account for now. One friend for go. When I found one they escape and all when left me and everything. Please don't. So I guess some bobo the women they with me we say, oh Pademba, we no go no so we go sit there for protection. Then sit down there now we place it. So after the crowd run, go back out, now send the one bobo, go back down, go lock the gate with the inside there.
So after then they try for force them way through. You allow make the gates be open, then kind inside and run, look, they not see waiting and they look for them, go back na door. When they don't go back na door, you ask for make them lock the gates back.
I lock the gates back.
Come back inside on a prison.
They lock the gates and can give the boss man the key when me. I hold the key. I mean, they do it like 3 or 4 them bobo then day because I know see them officer and they inside for protect them. They were there. So I lock that gates there. So when I lock that gate there, when the military personnel in inside, I've been there inside, old female Latina papa see the way them inside. But because that gate they be locked, and the gates get high fence and they get barbed wire them. Person able to inside it.
Okay, so now gates where person they jump past them, open them.
Yes, because that gate they be locked, Matilda, and that gate they lock, you get high fence. When them people inside with the shooting, with the firing, and that one they make them able to forget to Usai Mi Binde and Usai Abat Binde. So that
hold on, you said inside with shooting and firing. So are you trying to tell me that it was a riot people and they run stick stone, they fetch themselves until the officers and inside and the officers them now open fire on the prisoners then?
Now officer they no more get gun. Now officer they no more the fire. And then inside and the fire. Prisoner no get gun, prisoner no get banger, nothing. And then inside and the fire and all the rest of it and all. Then
so were these like tear gas or live bullets?
Well, tear gas even plenty. Then fire tear gas plenty. Tear gas and come over another way on side to a point to one suffocate, but women just they repel the tear gas and back. But when our gun shot them, we go take cover inside the cell them and at one time, then fire till now we get, then they bang the gates, but we not open that gate. So that pull with them and go put me about and go isolate we for go punish we. One of that thing they save we life. So sometimes when the person they do bad to you.
At this point, Usai Paulo and Queta been there at this point.
Paulo and Queta I mean then are Clarkson,
okay.
And you get for Sabi Pademba road, we go inside there for label reach na Clarkson quick. First set of soldier man they were going inside not Sabi Pademba road. So they went all
Okay, let's hope the internet cooperates with us. It's done well so far. You know, it now from Salone, it call from, so we get some small interruption, but the phone lines are open, people. The phone lines are open. I hope they learn a lot from, you know, waiting DARAMY they say and the accounts where it give. Like you say, you know, we'll go into all of the nitty-gritty details, but I hope say from waiting it on the give una kind of, excuse me, don't get a picture of how things may unfold that day. And we will continue for talk, we will continue for explore, we will continue for you know, go inside for see right up until the time where they move them from Pademba Road, take to the time where they carry them go, now the other side where they carry them go, take to the time where they free them. Okay. But the interesting for make that parallel day that nada make be ask for the routine and daily routine. Okay, I go take the caller. Caller, waiting on your name and no say you call from.
Oh, they come from the States, and I'm named Joe. I just want to tell that man where be the talk for Pademba Road, because this world, anything where God give you, no see you go handle another and make it give you that problem there. So I want make this man no say what he go through, not to disappointment, now big blessing and God put her inside. He get big future ahead of her where God no say he get for become somebody in a salon. Now then make God make you experience that experience there. So now then know me get for say.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. I said the phone lines they're open. You know, DARAMY was calling all the way from Freetown, and you know, sometimes the internet, the connection, we've done well so far. I mean, we are almost at 2 hours. We're not quite go 2 hours yet. We almost, from where the show begin, I think we're about an hour and a half in, full without any interruption. So we really don't do well with the connection. Hopefully, you go join me back soon, and we go continue from what side we left. But it just, the reason why I make a play that audio day now for me, and I ask her specifically at the beginning, because we need for know waiting up in the routine at the prison. We need for know if something in off, if something in the off, or if them break routine, or if, like, you know, then we stop the normal routine and they introduce a different routine. We really need for know, for put ourselves there and for understand. And that make I take me time for asking. So waiting on a daily routine. So waiting at the prison system. So when I almost o'clock then they give una liberty for Canada. How whose liberty una get? Waiting una allow for do, waiting una not allow for do. What are the restrictions? So you don't tell me all dandy, because I really want to make a justification as to why the SLPP chairwoman or champions lady or whatever, I don't know, I know me not can pay attention to their acronyms, their names, then is it women's wing chairperson or president? What was she doing there at 3 a.m. in the morning? And I go on, make the technical team play again that audio day. Again, that audio day again. I go ask the technical team for replay that audio day again. Make people listen again. This is not me saying it. This is our own, in our own words, you know. And the best way for analyze a subject now, where you make left people and make them say things in their own words. Right, and then from their own words, you can decipher and you can analyze. I'll ask the technical team, make them play that audio again one more time, make people then listen. The audio was a very lengthy audio. As a matter of fact, I think it was 5 minutes long. Original audio was 5 minutes long, because she goes on to say a whole lot of things that further implicates her, honestly, that, you know. But anyways, like, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, I'm just here to do an analysis. We are just here to analyze, to talk through things. Okay, technical team, I'm going to make una play that audio again.
And listening to Fatmata Sawane, the SAPP women's leader, with it talk the time with they reach na Pademba Road before the incident happen. Una listen.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. It depends on which part you find yourself in the world. My name is Madam Fatmata Sawane, the City National Women's Leader of SLPP. They make Salone for Una. A talk bangbana una mot them. Una the leaders na APC because they begin hunt with one leader to another with the face to face. And I want to say yesterday na Pademba Road, I'm amazed. And I am happy and excited to say I'm a national women's leader of the SLPP because everybody saw our response. Me reached Pademba Road 3 o'clock in the morning. The CDS arrived around 3 to 4 in the morning. Then before I begin to see other people in the car, then Lima reached there as early as 5:30 going to 6.
Family, una just
Okay, again, if people feel say na me misinterpret the woman in quote, so I don't hear it again. He say reach there 3 o'clock in the morning, the CDS reach there 4 o'clock, Lima reach there as early as 5:30 to 6. Not to me talk am, na in talk am, and she said that she was proud. He say, you know, some of the words that we can use. When Creole man use word, they use them in such a way that there is no mistaking of the interpretation. He say, now we the leader them. He say, we they begin hunt we self one by one. He say, we they try for make the country better, but it don't turn bang bang. Una no waiting at bang bang, that bitter medicine. It don't turn bang bang on our throat. Right? What do you mean by have the audio been authenticated? How many times when somebody says, here is I and this is who I am, and you know the person's voice, you are conversant with the person's voice, you know how the person speaks. The person themselves have come out to say, this is what I said then. And now you are here towing the line of politics, towing the line of some political bandwagon to say, have the audio been authenticated? As a talker, that question is to you. If you want to call into the show, I'll be happy that you do. What do you mean by has the audio been authenticated? Is that not the voice of Fatmata Sawane? Or should I pull the, my love for you will never die, and let's compare it right here, right now, where she sings alive with her own voice. Some memories never die, some whatever, never, whatever. And my love for you will never die. Do we need to go down that route? There are certain routes that routes I rather not go down. But when people start asking certain questions as though, people are making statements, or people are trying to, misrepresent certain facts. And listen, I don't tell Una this, and I'll continue for tell this. When it comes to Sierra Leone politics, I have no bone in it. No bone whatsoever. I'm not interested in becoming a politician. I'm not interested in holding political office. None of that. None of that. But you see, we need a third force in this business. And now we are the third force them. Now we are the brokers them. Now we are the mediators them. Now we are the facilitators. And that is a role that I will gladly play any day, anytime. Not interested in the nitty-gritty of politics, but there has to be that third force in the middle that bring reasoning, that bring balance. Anyway, Mr. Darami don't come back. Make a left and make it go on.
Sorry, Donna. Small power outage and everything just go off.
It's all.
I'm back. Yes, so that particular day, as they say, 11 prison officers where God knows what mean for that happen to them. I mean, don't they beat them, damage them, and all other things. The two with the 9 plus the 2 them women we own place, women there with me about and all. God use we for make we secure and protect one and they because basically now work and go work. Now they aren't too much then they get, then go fan. for not just for feed themselves, but take care of their family and almost have the money then they pay them. If anything, we go do them that day. And if me get the opportunity for help them and save and protect them, I see them look for me anything to them. I think say for guilty for the rest of my life. Anything I remember that thing, but I'm happy that we save them that day, we protect them and all. So coming back, I lock that gate the lock. When them people them in the shoot and all, they're not able to inside that gate. The one they don't know saying that they will be there. And through the gates be locked. Then come, I remember distinctly 2 officers and 1 OSD come inside that side because now they remand there. And bang bang the gates, and they went back. I'm not saying anything, nobody no answer and all. We lock that gate until the forces then come. I see them go pull Paulo and Quetta, and they walk out, then they rush with them, they walk out, go down with them. Till them go put them inside a truck. And Paulo they ride that truck that day. And they no more take that ride day. We know me fortunate for take that ride day. And put it inside the truck and carry and go. After the truck move, attended the place they born now. Hospital.
So now what exactly caused the fire? Do you know?
Well, basically the fire, now the inmates and sets the fire out.
Okay, so now the inmates then, so it is true, confirmed that now the inmates then set the fire.
Yes, that one day now they set the fire and then places in the
all. Okay. So now they set the fire, they don't take Paulo and Quetta then and don't put them in some truck, they don't escape with them, don't whatever. So this entire time where all this they happen, Paulo and Quetta they still then at the cell, they not move, they not do nothing, they not go no side. Is that it?
Yeah, with that entire thing they happen, Paulo, Quetta, Colonel Sina and Yus, and then at the cell. With all riots they happen, and then at the cell, the Bobo then come and take over the officer they own. Paulo then still get for do the same thing. Paulo and Quetta, the officer they guard them, when them put in charge of them, when them put the officer then they get for go inside Paulo and cell. Paulo then go put them inside cell, protect them, and give the officer then they close and jacket them, let them they so them bobo they know come can't see them say now officer them, let them damage them. Paulo then get something like and say me get about 8 or almost prison officer then we them protect the one them did their lives, I make this
so
whole
basically what happened, the reverse happened. You guys became the protectors of the officers instead of them protecting you.
Yes. Now that actually happened that day, and some of the officers and the way we do that too, from that day onward up to this day, we don't become family, we become friends. We see in our street, we can talk, even though we can provoke them, because the one officer ain't go hide at the toilet. You for protect Paulo there. You go hide where they Allah. Say everything that happen. If you read the Allah. So it's just a fun thing. Now be a difficult situation by then, but something that we can talk about, we can laugh at
So what then lead to the death? If you guys who were quote unquote political prisoners or justice, abridged justice, or whatever was going on with your cases, or whatever crime you were accused of, if una been there on a cell peacefully, una don't make any attempt for escape, even though in both situations you had access to the gates and you could have opened the gates and made an attempt to escape, but you didn't do so. You stayed in your cells, all of you, and instead you turned around and you protected the officers who were meant to protect you, because their lives, as you realize, were in more danger than yours, even though you go things saying at the reverse. Waiting lead to the killings. Because by all indication, if na una have been the people them, when have been the leads of the riot, when have been the day before na the show, and and they lead this move, then maybe I've been for say it was justified that then they try for capture una because they try for make a getaway or whatever, but that was not the case. waiting lead to the killings because innocent lives were lost, and they can read the report of the prison very soon.
You know, waiting lead to the riot and Uda kill Uda. I think say me no know that. Let we save that one day for the day when they go do an inquest, or for the day when they go do an inquiry on that particular thing there.
Okay,
Different people they deal when we in a jail, when we in a the
an inquiry, and they can't read the report.
Different people they do when they just not to me one, Matilda. Different people they do when they way themselves see waiting happen. They're all long everybody they around there about in personal business. Everybody knew what happened.
Everybody knew what happened, but yet you all are not speaking.
When the time comes, we will talk.
When is the right time?
Very soon, pretty soon.
Okay, me fumble them. One of the eyewitnesses, they say, then go talk pretty soon, very soon. And that has also been the response of Quetta. So if Quetta self been then I am the same response in self back, me forgive me. Even for tell me say very soon, pretty soon. So right now they depend to talk berry, and I not like that. They need forgive me something, you know. You have to give me something, but make I go to the report. I go ask the technical team, make it post the report.
They tell them they do the investigations before they write their report. They carry. If they be ask people who been inside there and all, I think say they may forget detailed things, but they never wanted it so.
I will ask the technical team, make them post the report. Make we see what's in this report in say so far. This is the first report we don't get. There has been no inquest. We see how the mass bury people them, then say they're not able to find them people there, then they don't reach out to them people and severally, nobody not gets back to them. So the state had to bury them, and we saw the mass burial that took place, right? Okay, so I read this report now. Freetown Correctional Center publishes report into Pademba Road prison riots, and we go. Just to wait on the technical team for adjust, so I go begin read. And I begin, it say, this now from the Sierra Leone Telegraph newspaper, July 8th, July 2020, we tell the Sierra Leone Telegraph newspaper, thank you for where we they use the work for talk now, so right now. Following the aftermath of the rioting that took place on the 29th April 2020 at the Freetown Correctional Facility, Pademba Road, leaving several prisoners dead, injured, and seriously serious destruction to building and property. Officers of the Freetown Correctional Center have conducted an investigation and published their report. I go on to read. According to the prison authorities, the aim of the investigation was to find out the causes of the rioting, assess the damage caused as a result, determine the number of casualties, and to make recommendations that would prevent such disturbances from happening. Yesterday, the senior officers of the Correctional Center discussed their findings at a press conference, which was also attended by the country's pathologist, Dr. Oswiz Koroma, Always, I think now the name Always Koroma, who conducted postmortem on those killed at the riot. The report identifies overcrowding in the correctional center as one of the major causes of the riot. Pademba Road Prison was opened on the 14th of March 1914 by British colonial authorities to cater for a maximum of 324 inmates. At the time of the rioting, there were over 1,000 prisoners at the prison, which, according to the report of the correctional center, is 400% overcrowded. The report says that staff shortage at facility was also another factor that caused the riot. It says that the prison is 40% understaffed, which is insufficient to provide adequate security for the entire facility. The report further states that there was staff recruitment on the way, but the COVID-19 outbreak brought the process to a halt. According to the report, the reported COVID index case found at the prison led the prison authorities to impose a ban on movement in the prison to prevent the spread of the virus amongst inmates. Take note of waiting in the show. This decision, the report says, was angrily received by the inmates, which contributed to the eruption of the riots. The report also mentioned the decision by the Chief Justice to suspend court sittings as another possible causative factor for the disturbances at the prison. As was the closure of the retail outlet within the precincts of the prison. According to the report, the riot started around 7:30 a.m. The riot started around 7:30 a.m. and ended at 11 a.m. on the 29th April 2020, causing significant damage to the workshop, stores, and other buildings. The report stated that the inmates held some prison officers as hostages and repelled any attempt by the officers to bring the rioting under control by throwing stones at the prison officers, pushing the officers back as the riot worsens. The report also stated that a rival prison gang clashed, attacking one another. The report says may have caused the number of casualties to rise. As a mitigation measure to control the violence, the authorities said that police officers fired tear gas into the prison facility, but to no avail, thus prompting the intervention of armed military personnel. According to the report, the military used reasonable force to control the rioting. However, the high number of dead prisoners and those injured have brought into question the use of live ammunition to stop the riots. Today, there are calls for an independent judge-led investigation into the riots at Pademba Road Prison and the massacre of 30 unarmed prisoners by live bullets fired by armed military personnel believed to be presidential guards. The report also failed to address questions about why ruling party executive committee members and senior government ministers were present at the prison just hours before the start of the rioting. Why were they there? This is a summary of the finding of the report presented by senior prison officers at a press briefing yesterday. The causes, this is so then say overcrowding, Pademba Road Correctional houses all categories of inmates, especially high risk. On that day, there were 1 to 300 inmates, 400% overcrowding in the center building to hold 328 inmates. Staff shortages 40% on the strength. COVID outbreak prevented recruitment, which was in the pipeline. Index COVID cases led to drastic measures instituted that restricted movement within the facility, suspension of court sitting, closure of the stock shop, retail outlets. Riot started around 7:30 a.m. and ended around 11 a.m. Inmates damaged workshop doors and set stores and some other buildings on fire, held some officers hostage, and pelted stones at officers. Rivalry between inmate groups within the center clashed and weakened and wreaked havoc on themselves. OSD personnel initially fired tear gas into the center to restore calm, but failed. Armed personnel forced their way in and used reasonable force to restore calm. Damage, damage assessment, store, catering, reception, hospital, and workshop, 20 billion. Inmates refused to yield to orders to return to their cells. 31 facilities including one corrections officer. 12 inmates died from gunshot wounds, 16 inmates died from blunt force, 2 inmates died from illness, 21 inmates sustained injuries, 32 correctional officers sustained injuries. 6 of the corpses have been identified and given befitting burial by their family. 24 are still in the morgue unidentified. Moving forward, the setting up of a riot command post, psychosocial support to affected persons, multi-sectorial engagements to ensure better reform in the SLCA. So now the word it is, they say then gang clash, and that the riot starts 7:30 in the morning, it done 11 a.m. Then say a lot of other things. Then the closure, they admit say the closure of facilities of the shop and whatnot, and riots between gangs, and the COVID case we've been they go up now the prison. I make now cause than the waiting you see.
Okay. Most of the things they were saying in that report untrue. First of all, one part where I miss is just weeks before, about 2 weeks before that prison riot, the prison officials, I don't know what kind of intelligence we then get or whatnot, and come inside the prison number 1 day, about 2 to 3 weeks. I tell you, say the prisoners, we inside, we the prisoners, we inside, we get a structure. You get the head of the prison, or the prisoner, they went like the president, we say left, tell everybody they listen, we say this, everybody they listen. You get the officers them. Every building gets one person, we like, the governor of that building there. You know, that's how they take command from that person. And when you're the governor, you get your own staff them. That one, they call them the house captain. And their house captain, and they now then building, and they all get their own staff and get the lock up red band. That's the one responsible for lock the cell. And Agilman in their own prison. You get the diet red band, the one are the responsible for go take the food. You get the I'll call the way out in the collar. You get the kakapo red band, the officer, the one they take them shit in the morning for go to it in the bucket. Smile. But that's the reality. That's what people want to hear. You get it, they all get their own structures and then building. All of a sudden, one day,
we get 31 fatalities that morning.
Yes, I'm coming there.
Okay.
I don't know side them pull their report or side them pull their information. Just 2 weeks before that or 3 weeks before that, then come in, say how they want the day, then say they don't give them money or this, that, they want to go pull Paulo. And then to say all them pull them from Pademba Road, then carry and go na special court. That the president of the prisoner, the president, the SYP, the house master, the house captain of various houses, and key people them where we get command over the inmates. Then take about 11 of them out. Just imagine a country. If you can't put president, vice president, finance minister, defense minister, chief justice, and all, waiting to happen at that country, control of the day. Just after them pull them one day, now then continue with them pressures there. And that money with that riot, that thing they start. I will tell you categorically clear. If the SYP mean then a riot day, and then the officer then talk to the SYP immediately. If he come on and do, he no need for all anything, and okay, almost 1,000 inmates and go this ground. Where come on and do, he talk. Everybody they stand still. So now then the prison officer and then shoot
The riot started at 7:30 a.m. in the
now
morning.
that I want to say the riot they say start at 7:30. So that first report on I mean go read where that person saying they did 3 o'clock, who that did the 4 o'clock. Waiting and go do the way riot or nothing, no, we don't start it by then. But that one then a story for another day. I don't want to go into that. Then they say for that report they how COVID be non spread or this and no. Then they get one case of suspected COVID inmates there. And I been remand the COVID inmates that billion and carry go the people who they don't. And then we don't take all them people and they go isolate them as special courts. So they're not in the inside the yard. So nothing like that. No mean did it. Then they say the prisoner then they get rivalry. They attack themselves that day and all. That was not true. And then a big black lie.
So they're not get prison gangs, then different prison gangs, then at the prison we can attack and fight themselves.
People in the fight themselves. And they normal inside. People they must fight, but say gang business.
So they're not get rival gangs then they?
And then you go then a rival na a gang, but I tell you say total control in the under. Say you depend it, then they normally happen there. Say this person off for Kaya, this well red, then they wear black. That kind of foolishness, you know, the under or Matilda. They catch you and then they under, trust me. You know they want to try and back. Trust me, I know it's how they talk. Now make I tell you, me, I live in a Pademba or a Savili. I be part of the structure there. I see waiting in the happen. I study their land waiting in the happen there. Then for say that court business where they may stop. Yes, the Chief Justice can stop people enough for the go court. Before that riot they happen about a week or two before that, when they stop people enough for the go court, 1 morning day, with small riot, small skirmish happen because people don't expect go court. Because jailman when they on trial, if they have up to go court and go get and bail or go free a leg on a house, nobody know one day under. Then the day we for go court, you can tell and say enough for go court because Chief Justice said they're not for go court. So Allah in that morning day, conviction and send stone over that street na Pademba Road, stone the way go over na the street. Me no me then I do they say them here for stop Mutkadem, but I see when they send the stones from inside. Go out. Just and then one of the reasons, I be one of the cause we make people learn. I tell you say a lot of things and factors and they will happen. But the thing that will happen, they not explain another right here. We self not explain how they keep them. But so, I will tell you, say the main thing will happen yonder. The main thing will happen at the prison. The main thing will happen at the prison.
When is the ordinary Sierra Union going to know the truth?
The main thing will happen at the prison.
Because una need for tell the truth. Because there is what you say, there is what they will say, and then there is the truth. Una need for say una side, then need for say then side. Then we now, the third force, we go need for decide waiting at the truth. When are you going to give us that opportunity?
That's what I'm giving to you. The truth will happen at that place. It's about failed leadership at the prison's authority. Failed leadership. I can talk at any time. It's about failed leadership.
Were there 31 casualties? Were there 31 fatalities? Or were there more than 31 fatalities?
People and they will count the dead. People and they will... I don't want to talk about the fatality. We'll talk about it some other day, not now. Let's get an inquiry. People and they will go up and explain. People and they will not die on that 29. People and they will die after the 29. How did they die? All anything and they will then get for talk about.
Did they die of blunt force or trauma because of blunt force and had so then die? Or are you trying to say that there was a firing squad that took place after the 29th?
You know one thing where I like, but post-mortem where I don't learn a little bit, I think from Dr. Wies, where when they go through trials, so they go through a court case, I know say where where person die. If body don't then are grown for 5, 10, 15 years, they can still exhume them and do a post-mortem panel and know it in actually do that particular body day.
The people that were buried in the mass grave, were they part of those that died the following day or the day after? Or were they part of those that died as a result of the 29th on the day of the 29th?
If I tell you anything now, I'll be telling you out of hearsay, because after the 29, on the 29, they whisk we to special courts. Now they women day. I not come on and do tea. When was it when they released me? October of 2020. Now see, so I don't know what will happen again after that. How they go do the burying and all. But people and they will know and we see. So if they get an inquiry or an inquest, people will come up and explain. All man go explain it halfway then Sabine and then join. They turn to one whole story, not to one person. Therefore, explain all that.
So where do we go from here? You were there, you are an eyewitness. Where do we go from here?
When that thing may happen, the military go in. I will tell you, say a professional military, then go and talk to me about. They know that we were in heavy stress and pull we in a door. And when we come on a door, we see inmates a little on a ground by Gate Lodge. Some man with bullet wounds na them foot. Some man damage. Some people they cry under in shot. We get for jump one and they and waka come out na the gate. We then at that gate say them they try for arrange vehicle for me about. But when I turn up na that gate, a particular guy come.
I jump the body them for go through the gate.
We jump, yes. For go to the about me then I wheelchair. Me hold me bag there, me luggage, because me learn one thing when we don't in a prison. Any side and they move me, can me go. I therefore go to me bag.
Me and your mosquito nets get for go.
Me and me mosquito tents get for go, me bag get for go, me back water. If now one bundle or two bundle water I get, me small biscuits I get. I don't know when the next food they cancel me and they work out the one, they are only one and they tight, nobody near them. When I did in that distress mood, I come on and do out of Pademba Road, we wait for let the arrangement for we don't see what happen with that trauma. A particular guy, they come into if they make crazy officer, on shoot them, on shoot them.
Was that an officer in uniform or an officer or a civilian?
Not a police, not a soldier, not a prison officer. He is a civilian. He sabi me and I sabi him, because when he talk when I excuse me, I cuss him, mama. I was stressed. I mean, if he say they can't touch me, he should have never tried it anymore. If he say then soldier man and snap with gun, wait, talk to me, I go say to
was this person a civil servant? Is this person a public official, or is he just a civilian?
Isabi me, asabi am. Same go Richo go talk about that. These are the same individual women in up na APC office, the other they shoot na APC office, where they slap the people them and they push them up the truck and all. He's a civilian. Go back and look at that video, you will see the same person there. Isabi me, asabi am. So they go no more.
So you guys were whisked to special court.
Yes, me about then carry go na special court. When then carry go special court, then put we in a cell in a special court. After 1 hour, then come three back for Komori inside the cell. Then get an hospital where them do a special court, a small hospital where them just do for the staff. Now they didn't come here about. So the cell where them in carry go. Now they after 2 hours, now they didn't bring Paulo Queta, Mr. Yusen, and Colonel Sina. After like a week, and then can we go inside the for let we go join them inside the cell. It's a small building. The length of the building, the length of the corridor where women get. Let me explain how it is. The entire length good day about 20 feet long. The corridor, 20 feet long. 20? Yes, about 20 feet long. Tight corridor, 20 feet by 3 feet. The first door, as you enter, now me cell, me and Mayo, about. The next door, now we toilet. And the first time we go under, now the first time we go see flush toilets. We able for use flush toilets. Flush toilets we did it. The next door, na Colonel Sina and cell. The other one na Paulo, the other one na Quita and use. But when they open in the morning around 7:30, that corridor, the Nameka they explain, 20 feet by 3 feet. Now that corridor, they no more. We now do all the commits, now do get access. Now do they all they take 2-3 o'clock and put you back now we sell. From when can we go to April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months, eh?
So it was almost like a solitary confinement, if not solitary confinement.
I don't ever see the sun never see me, I never see the cloud, I never come on, I don't know more. The week I'm on the Canada corridor going, I will not get chair, nothing, I ground with the sit down.
So it's
I went through that torture and depression and everything for all them 10 days. Paulo, they at least them in the common do. The only time they come on in the carry and go court. Them in the go court, and go court. Then they, from the building right inside the Black Maria, then go court and come back. We women just did it with Queta until Queta and said go court 2-3 times. They release them. Then we said go court. So we suffer that. We suffer that torture, solitary confinement and everything. But
some
one thing I
would the opinion that when una go inside Pademba Road, that for the few time where una able to see una self, that una manage for mount a coup for free una self, or that una na the mastermind them behind the riot will take place. What do you have to say to that?
That's not ever happen. That's not going to ever happen. And we all not going to ever be a part of that. I'm a peaceful citizen. I'm a peaceful Sierra Leonean. If anything, just like I mean, say everything will happen, we still for Sudan. Take government done what they do, like what happened that they then come to inside the back and pull we and all, because I know I not do nothing, I not do nobody nothing, I not get any reason for hide, I not get any reason for run. And even if you repeat himself, I'll do the same thing again. And there's no reason. I'm a Sierra Leonean and nothing know the way they happen to me, they hide or run at this country. This is not my country. Matilda. I mean, go leave America, I go there for go see greener pastures and this, that, and that, this. They're not run at me. Now me did the attire, I come back home. I come back Salone. And we begin the whole night, the whole morning.
Just like where you stay. Some people then go say, just like what you've been done explain, before Paulo arrived at the prison was peaceful, everything was going on. But the moment he arrived, the atmosphere shifts. There was a shifting that took place, and that they're bringing a lot of restriction and this and that, and that's what. Some are of the view that had Paulo not been there, the riot's not been for take place, that a riot was employed to free Paulo and for mount a coup. I'm not saying that Paulo no more go able to answer that question truthfully, but being comrades in the same army, what do you think? Knowing the man that you know of him, what would you say to that?
I spent a lot of time with Paulo, and me and Paulo very close. I'll ask one question. Before they make that kind of assumption or insinuation, now Paulo go inside there for himself, or then go to Timana and Usenkerangodi? Paulo never wanted to be there. Now then go to Timana and Kerangodi, and the day then see the man for commode release, and the man work a common. And I will tell you, say Paulo na a very disciplined person. Why they tell you I'm a disciplined person? Paulo you can compare me and Paulo in terms of discipline. Paulo is very disciplined, very law abiding, very peaceful person. That I will tell you. The Paulo we miss Abi. Paulo not to the campus where they support anything illegal or anything out of the law. I will tell you that. Now a very peaceful person. Even though in the inside special court, where something and the thing they need to go right. Now me they set conviction by them prison officer or prison boss. They charge them. Now Paulo they call me, they draw me, they talk to me because me patiently run too long. I no go attack you, I no knock you, but me more I go use them for you and I'll make you feel bad though. Paulo, you understand, he's a very peaceful person. And Paulo, now one person I go tell you, Sabia, now one person they support anything way wrong. So one thing will surprise me, the prison, just a minute, the prison boss, where they now, Paulo na being boss, he work under Paulo. He sabi Paulo very well. The police boss swimming there, Paulo na being boss, he work under Paulo, and they were very close. So they get them for understand the kind of person where Paulo be. So for make them sit down, then kind of assumption they go on, they're not able to take that information where they know a first hand and the person where they know, and take that information they through the president, Julius Marabio, and tell them exactly the kind of person where Paulo be and advise them. It is a shame. It is a shame to them people in the institution. They not treat the institution well, they not stand up and they not represent all the professionalism where they don't get from the institution all the 20, 30, or 40 years where they don't serve. They did not.
We get a CID where they buy, State House. Where they are the same line of Pademba Road. If you take and straight, no more straight.
This is a Pademba Road today.
And then you get up Wilberforce Yanda. Why was it that the presidential guards were called instead of a backup force from CID? Why make you, I know that you may not know the answer, but logically speaking, why was that strategy used instead of just calling up a backup force when a straight road and don't reach? Why call a force and a presidential guard from Wilberforce?
Matilda, me na been jail man, I didn't jail, I don't know it happened. That question could be better answered by the Chief Security Officer of the Presidential Guard. Ingo know how them in guard them, they then dispatch them, how them goody and wait to make them goody. That question may not be able to answer. I'm not in command of them, I'm not sabi them, I'm not in control. In or the CDS will be able to answer because now they get soldier control or the Joint Force Commander. But as far as I'm concerned, it's all that thing happen, Matilda. I mean, I've been jail man. I don't know it happening at all.
Now you're free, you're out. Up until now, we not see any moves on the Pademba Road incident. We not see any further inquiry. We not see further investigation. We not see further probing. We not see inquest. We not see anything. What do you hope to see happen?
Okay, about
what are you hoping to see happen?
About a month ago, I listened radio one day. Now you read and they talk about waiting me happen. I think Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara, or Ivory Coast. Thomas Sankara,
Burkina Faso.
Thomas Sankara, where they been killed from 1987, in trial alone starts in 2021. So then killed Thomas Sankara something like over 30 years ago. In trial start and they begin call people into book, including the former president in Ivory Coast. So it take that long for me to call that. We don't see things the way happen na England, things the way happen with the with Northern Ireland, killings the way happen, and all we see the inquest and they come after 10, 20 years and all. So trust me, one thing we know, if you do wrong, you cover and say someday it will come up. Now that make me, I need to do anything wrong. I try as best as possible for make I live right. Yes, we can make one or two mistakes and this, that. If person tell you, say, Darami, give me this.
You see from that view there, and you are talking from a privilege point of view. Privilege in the sense that, yes, you may have been wronged and whatnot, but you get the financial means for go forward. You are here. You're here to speak to it. You are alive. But there are those who are underprivileged, who I may dare to say were victimized by the state, and even maybe victimized for maybe even crime where they not commit, now and then go lock them up for petty crime and whatnot. They not deserve for die. Then get families them, then get loved ones them. What would you hope to see for those people?
Matilda, something we are not do, crime we are not do, go through the court exonerate me, and then go jail me for 11 months or more. Something we are not do. So I'm just the same like those. Something we are not do, and then go put me for all the while. So I'm the same, not that I'm privileged, I'm anything, no. I went through it, humiliation. I went through everything. It was not easy, easy. I see people in the dead and the stress, they never handle the stress and the craze. People in dead and they die. It happened before me, and the same condition, same. We all been there under. Not that I'm in a different place from them. Now the same ground we all sleep. Now the same bucket we all shit. Now the same toilet we all go use na do. Now the same side we the day. Now the same field we all go waka. Now the same condition we all day. Only that I decide that this is what it is. Let me be strong for myself. Nobody can be stronger for me. Nobody can do it for me. Now me no more get for be strong for myself. And that's what I did. Matilda, if I tell you, I no go through humiliation, I no go through depression, I no go through torture, I lie to you.
The report
Always
said that psychosocial help was provided for the prisoners for post-trauma. Did you receive any psychosocial help?
now they wait for Sole camp. I know the idea, the work and I still wait for, I never get that. But I try for do what you're able to do for myself. I went through torture, Matilda. We were humiliated. We were degraded. We went through everything. We were molested. They're not physically tortured, but we were harassed by people. They attack we with words. They say things into you, we go harass you. They send people in for harass we.
So for mental torture, go through, the torture was not physical, but the structure was in place. Or if even not so them put the structure, but the place where una feel una self, there was a consistent mental torture where una go through, where una been get for find a way for withstand or absorb the daily mental torture where then they throw at una.
Yes, we do that. Women just get we safe. Nobody no go do them. We see people in Dina Pademba, just as I say, they no go to physical torture. That mental torture and all, the neighbor handle and increase. Then they increase inside it. Then they get worse. People, they see people when they talk to them, they talk fine, and go inside Pademba. When they sit down, keep comping on everything 1, 2, 3 weeks or this, that. First you see the next day, you see them begin act up. After that, that's it. They're gone. Then increase. First and they go keep them and then increase myself.
Was there at any point in time where you get to the brink of despair, the brink of I don't give up hope, it don't done, I'm done, so it's all good?
I never get to that point. I always knew that I'll come out, I will bounce back. I always get that confidence. I know say no matter what it is.
What's the one thing where you've been anchored on?
Matilda, I'm a revolutionist. If you go back into my life, you go back into my history, you'll find out a lot of things about me. But me, now one person, I read revolution books them, and I follow revolution leaders. One of my heroes is Ernesto Che Guevara. Another one of my heroes is Fidel Castro. Some others I will not name. I read their books. I look at their lives. I look at how they don't come out and all. And one of my local heroes in Salone is Johnny Paul Kuruma, the former military ruler of AFRC, and some other people. I don't look at other people and don't go and all. I look at their lives. Why Johnny Paul Kuruma? Well, if you go back and study their lives and all from outside and come out to outside and there and all other things, you go understand. All them people there I don't call and other people, and I read their books, I keep their books and all, and look at their lives, look at their struggle and all. And most of them people there, they fight for one goal. Most of their revolutionary leaders there, they fight for one goal, we now for liberate them people them and give them people in that kind of solace.
Some say that Johnny Paul Kuruma is still alive, living under an alias.
They can say all what they want to say. Sometimes I be past we don't know. Waiting UNC be not dying, and then they made the check. Waiting person auntie assume that's it. That may not to my own business. So that one leg of wait you and find out.
What do you have to say to the people of Sierra Leone? On your part, are you remorseful for having been part of government for 11 years and for waiting you witness and see and how society don't degrade, the degradation of society, the plight of the plight and suffering of the normal Sierra Leonean, ordinary Sierra Leonean? Do you think your government could have done better?
I am not remorseful because I born a Salone. From what I born a Salone, there are no time we lights don't dey. I don't see electricity for over 1 week constantly. I only see I'm under an escoroma and rain. There is no time where we the travel go upline. When the road from Freetown to Mashaka to Makeni or Tobo, I know they feel gallop and all to Kailaun and Kenema, all the other places. And I only under an escoroma and rain. Pipe-borne water, when we go holiday in a place like Kenema, we go holiday in Makeni, pipe pump water mean they will be small. All lentil and they go down during the war. I only see them pumping and they begin open back under Anes by Kuruma in rain. I see how hospital don't they go down, things don't they happen, Connaught Hospital and other places, even though they were not better. But I see hope, I see things don't they happen under Anes by Kuruma. I know it makes some of we all run away, go overseas because we all don't give up, say, Salone the war and the way Salone they go, so opportunities are not there again. So we get to go live in another country and don't come back. But the hope we and Kuruma in government bring come, me return come back na Salone and all. I not can Salone because of government. I can Salone, Matilda, I don't build me ose. I not count the rentage. Na me ose I can't tap. I can Salone with me mutukade. I get me mutuka count na Salone to business with me business thing. Not to like other people the way they can't tap on the rentage or this or if it's in a government okay can you land me different. But that hope and Kuruma give that hope, some of we return back home. And I see a lot of other diasporans, I mean, they rush for return back home. I mean, they see the mass exodus, everybody who did diaspora, they get a small money. One for begin billows, say, I go Salone for my retirement, I want to move back, go Salone. Now then thoughts and they don't done. I know plenty me party they ask, they want to sell their houses, they don't want to come back. Under Anes Kuruma in rain, I not tell you say things are not go wrong, people are not make mistakes. But I see that kind of camaraderie, that kind of relationship. And not ever any opposition leader or politician or any political party, whether na zonal executive member, constituency executive or national executive, government arrest anybody, then go lock them up for any reason whatsoever under Anes Kuruma in regime. Under Anes Kuruma rule, we were free. I see
But hold on, it was under Anes Kuruma's regime that Ali Kaba was arrested, that Lima was arrested, that I can go on to name a few more names.
I want to go on more. Name more. Then I can come and answer you. Under Lima in case was not political. SLBC is an independent institution. Then say they get a radio program, the way they not invite. When you not invite me a program, I will not come. It tend for go into the studio, and somebody gets confrontation, going into the studio, what I heard. I never see the case file. And that person gets confrontation, that person ain't go make a report that when you go inside and get a confrontation, either I push the person and knock the person, and that person they go make a report, not a government. And government coming now, political party then coming through Prince Hardin and others for make the release. And that's what I learned. Ali Kaba get problem with a wife where he married. It was nothing about government. They handle and later on in their own way. Ali Kaba is like an elder brother to me. Me Ali Kaba use. You understand? Me not go support anything we go bring any other person. I never read that. I still wait for see that. But if this time it happens so, and so God mean destiny and design for happen. I know it's a lot of people are going to think that I have vengeance in my heart or grudge. Na Salone no more we get. And this Salone we put you together.
Ex-President Kuruma has been very silent in the affairs of state matters. And yes, I understand that his silence is to give, reign and freedom to the current regime for making them rule. But could he have maybe come in and spoke to some issues and on some issues?
Well, the best person capable for answer that or come into or deal with their questions, and they will be ex-president Anes Kuruma and himself. But I think saying that they're nice or prudent thing that they for make you do for give way to the current president and the current government for make you able for rule, because if the ex-president as he gets huge following make statements and make statements or call on things and we know they go on right, I think see a lot of people or the populace go frown at that. It's like you're undermining the current president and I think that the way the former president, Dr. Alhaji Ahmad Tijan Kaba of blessed memory, not ever do to him. And Anes Kuruma on various occasions, where we all go to Tijan Kaba, we will keep in company, ask him for advices and all. Tijan Kaba not ever do that to Anes Kuruma for come out and make statements and all. And also, I don't feel say.
So basically, a precedent was set for him, and he's just upholding that precedent.
Yes, and knowing Anes is a decent person, so. I don't feel saying I think that the way if I do or way it could do, and I don't feel saying that the right thing. So, I mean,
If you have words of advice to give to the current president, what will they be?
If I have advice to give to the current president,
three key advice to give to the current president, what will they be?
One, for men and continue for push peace sincerely, not a tinted peace or covered peace just for the West for make them see. You get for no, because at the end of the day, President Bio is a young man. Well, I mean a young man, the big pass me far, but I mean, whatever it is, it go left in presidency, it go get for the Salone as a Sierra Leonean, it go on for the men in Pekin and Salone, the as a peaceful person going up and down in business, and it go on for the for make we Sierra Leonean, and when we see him, we continue for respect him whenever we see him as an ex-president and whatever it is. I think say that one day another foundation day for Lena, that's one. And two, people in governance, I just want to advise them that don't think it's going to be forever. So the best thing you can do, make friends, make friends, make friends. And our advice some other people, you get two sets of people in our government. You get the politicians, you get the one the way they can you work. I want to let people understand. You get the politicians, you get the one the way they can you work. Not to every minister and a politician. Even some man when a minister don't can make a minister, they make a director of institution. Oh, me a politician now, me this. You are not fool yourself. Politician are somebody already for serve in people. You make up your mind and you work with your people. How you can assess that? Now your community where you do and other places, you see that you get following people and they gravitate and galvanize towards you. If you don't get that, you are not a politician. Now Wookling can give you. Wait to make her say that people that are politicians, trust me, the way that they behave and they carry themselves, they understand, say, today I'm here, tomorrow I know they're in that position, but I still want to be in Sierra Leone, I should have friends. They make friends. I'll not name people that are ministers in this present government that are politicians. Then they carry themselves well. I will tell you, I go name one person. It's the current chief minister. I have a lot of respect for him, JJ Safa. I don't care what people say. You understand? It's very difficult for let somebody tell you, see, now so JJ Safa do. Or now so they do person. You go to this institution for let them sack so person. It depends on work, it depends waiting. Some other ones say, I will call them. You get people when I work and can't give them president. You remember the number one day, can't give the work, then feel say, and then get the power pass president. Then they do all kinds of dirty things. Tomorrow then go grab them, just fire you. See a typical example, that first thing, that long lands minister. Don't forget about that. You understand? You know, they feel free self for even walk around and all. Why you want to do that in Sierra Leonean? We all get for continue for there. So one thing I want to say, you do in government or not, make friends and try for keep your people there around you. And the old friends you even get, when you not get power, still keep them because they want and then go can't tell you the truth now you face. Then they come around you for anything, then they come around you because they like you because you're not party and them. The other advice I will give is one thing about government is continuity. President Tijan Kaba of blessed memory and work very hard with the West international community and the member of parliament whom he did intend and then develop a document called the National Sustainable Development Document when I roadmap for Salone and the PRSP. And that document in a 30-year roadmap for Salone. And that document I feel so for the father for they move this country go before. And it's by Kuruma, former president was in parliament. And they all formulate that document when he come in. Most of him programs them and all are from that document he picked them from because donor them don't consent to that document and then funds them don't be put to that document. You find out able for run very fast. But if a new government come, they expect say possibly like the current Minister of Planning, when Professor Kaikai, for be one of the people way for advice the current government of that because Minister of Planning, though they bring and come a little bit late. But same way, so if for this there an advice because he's one of the architects of that document and for advice, this government for make them take that particular roadmap and follow that trajectory there for move things and go forward. These are just few of the advice I'll give. Some others I'll keep them close to my chest. If they need them, then talk to me. I will always advise because
if you were called upon by the current president to serve, will you answer the call of duty?
And they run with speed for my life. Paulo can call so for go serve Nigeria. I beg, I'll run, I'll not. This were peaceful, quiet.
Is the APC an asset to the APC, or is the APC an hindrance to the APC? And that will be my final question.
The APC is an asset to the APC, and APC
is the APC an asset to the APC, or is the APC an hindrance to the APC?
The APC is an asset to the APC, and the APC is an institution that is bigger than any flag bearer or anybody. But I'll tell you, see, the APC, we did together. We the we pushing and pulling. It just start like if you put a race, anybody they run. Different people want to win that race. Flag bearer thing, but I'll tell you, there is no much animosity in the APC and all. And I'll tell you one thing we use for measure that the people waiting at the APC, when our executive members, we all position at constituency level, at district level, at regional level, at zonal level, people we all position, people that are stakeholders. You know, you read in our social media, they pan so they attack each other. You know, they read that. We sit down, we talk, we discuss, and we chat the way forward, and we try to manage everybody in aspiration. The all Mr. said then also Matilda. If I see say they go make me president, Mr. said they go for go turn president. Everybody want to turn president. But when morning come, they look myself in my mirror, I say, yes, Darami, you know what? I am tall, I am good looking, and the person no need for tell me, but I can advise myself that you know reach it for turn president. So I no need for go down that road. The best advice and I yourself, you know, the best now you say advise yourself and tell yourself exactly waiting for them. But when the time is right, things can go happen. But I'll tell you, say the APC is intact and we are together. And very soon we will bring that out.
When I don't hear it from the man himself, victim and eyewitness at the same time, they don't tell your own side of the story. It would have been good for a commentator to join us, but he wasn't able to join us. Maybe another time, another day. Who knows? But I promise now, Johnny, I hope I have done justice to that journey. I hope the panelists and the speakers have done justice to that journey. I hope say when I don't get a fair deal of understanding of what took place at that fateful day, what's the events that led to the fateful day, and also thereafter. We also don't look at, you know, post-mortem justice, inquiries, investigation. We don't look at propositions then. We don't look at the state. We don't go in and out. And I will say this again, you know, Mr. Paolo Conte, always welcome for Grace this platform. Whenever he feels like he can reach out. You know, I don't bite. I get down to the issues.
You sure?
I don't bite.
You sure?
I am absolutely sure. I don't bite. I get down to the issues and we deliberate them, and I let the chips fall wherever they fall. I let them lie wherever they fall and let the people make up their own mind. Same goes to the current people na SLPP. I know say when I can afraid for can sit down with me, but again, I don't bite. Let's just talk about the issues. And let's just be honest in addressing them and in approaching them. Everyone is welcome to have a seat with me and to speak with me openly and freely. I don't bite. I may be tough at times, but we get for talk. If I not be tough, how can we get to the nitty-gritties of things? You know, it's only when I take that position that we're able to get to the nitty-gritty of things. Thank you very much, Mr. BAKARR Daramy, for your time and for your patience. I opened the phone line. Just know when the phone line not busy, not because people do not get questions. It just means that every questions that they have, I've hit. And every comment that they have, I've hit. And so they just want for just be keenly sit down there, they listen and, you know, and listen keenly to waiting with the discuss. So sometimes we happen not to have too many calls. It's not because they don't want to call. It's because what they are listening to is so good that they don't want to stop, or whatever they may want to contribute.
Then I forget from Joe mention one thing where I just go mention again is that with the prison officers, not all of them are bad. You get some of them. We're extremely nice. We're extremely professional. I'll not name names or protect some of them in job. But you get some the way they don't care about religion or region or tribe or politics. They are just professional. Even some of them are the highest position, very, very, very professional. And I will say kudos again because President Bio choose Sojaman them for go team up with the prison officers for help them in their work. And some of the Sojaman they will choose and send some of them, not all. Like this thing I will name the Colonel Gauja, a young guy, very professional, very nice, soft-spoken. Some of them, they were very good. So at least I get for say that. And some of them prison officers, and they, even though it was difficult on us, but some of them, the words of courage and all, and keep we going. Some of them, the words of courage and all, keep we going. So
Indeed,
I just
to the prison officers and to the army guards or whoever who, you know your duty, you know your call of duty, and you also know what humanity is about. You not left, you not allow politics, you not allow, political allegiance or loyalty for takeover, for Trump, you call of duty. We say thank you very much to you people. You are the true heroes of the day. Continue to serve and protect and continue to perform the oath that you have taken in honesty, fairness, and truth. We tell Una thank you, and I want to tell Mr. Abubakar Daramy thank you for where you take the time for close this wakabot with we, this journey with we, the patrol done I have for today inside the Pademba Road Prison Talk, but you never know when it might come up again. As we revisit these issues from time to time, we do not keep silent on them. Like I can always say, Corona they kill. Una protect una self, una continue for wear una mask, una continue for wash una hand them, and whensoever the opportunity is presented to you, please go take your vaccines and make we all keep safe and be safe. To me viewers and listeners them, I tell una thank you for where una don't go through this journey with me. I promise you some really interesting interviews coming on that you would love, that you would enjoy. And as usual, may God bless you all. The team we defend at this world, may God give we, may God continue for protect we till we meet again on Atata.